The Windsor family apparently is hungry. Coach Jack. Coach Jax, where are you? Just stay there. Just stay there. The thing is, he's not doing this.
Nah, he ain't putting up the peace sign today. So, let's do this, boys. It's gonna be a fun episode for sure.
And you know, it is Thursday, and you know what that means. It is time for another episode of Grand Slam Thursday. If you see these very handsome model-like faces on your screen, you know what time it is. Do not hit that X button. I will be angry. We've officially taken over your Thursdays and made it the ultimate sports day for our Windsor Nation. Jaffeth again, hanging out with me in the Sports Command Center, none other than Christian Mantefalcon from Bucket Vault PH, Neil Ramos from Hoops Hub.
Hindi na siya yung voice of the General Court.
No.
The Hoops Hub, who have in the span of 1 week, he already have, I think, 2 or 3 logos.
2 or 3 logo changes. I mean, you got to decide on your brand. I'm not mad at that.
Yep.
And I think he's got 85 followers. He bragged about that to me in the car.
I didn't brag it.
You low-key did. The guys. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
See, the Windsor fam are happy for
The
you.
Windsor fam are happy for you.
Yep.
At some point, they're thinking maybe we should make you also a page partner. Why not?
If I reach an
Nice.
Merong standard yata eh.
if I reach 1K Windsor, baka naman.
Merong standard yata.
There's a standard, but
parang
gotta
1
get
million.
You gotta get like a certain number. 1K is 1K. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. There's gonna be a lot that we're gonna talk about.
Yep.
Sorry, what is in the air? What am I breathing right now? So there's a lot that we're gonna cover tonight. It's gonna be a fun episode of Grand Slam Thursdays. If you guys caught our special teaser by Jax Bautista, who was in the middle of training little children.
Fresh na fresh eh. Kahit nasa training,
Yun
fresh
nga.
na fresh.
Maybe he took a bath before, he got into training a little bit. And I'm trying to see what's next. There we go. We're your go-to crew for all the latest and greatest in the action-packed world of sports.
GST is the place to be, bringing you the buzz, the beats, and of course, the ball in action.
So grabs your snacks, kick back, and let's dive in head first, Grand Slam style.
I love that we have a teleprompter, you know what I mean? It's like very social. And with that, we're starting today's episode with Game Time. You guys know what to do. Windsor IDs ready. Make sure to guess or take your best shot at guessing the NBA player and drop your Windsor ID number below along with the correct answer. The first one to comment the right answer takes home the dub.
So we got 4 games of NBA basketball trivia, 1 game of hottest take, and each winner will receive 500 pesos worth of Windsor credits.
Now let's cut to the chase. Who is this NBA player?
The round mound of rebound and Mr. Guarantee. I gotta say it in his voice, so that's pretty easy. This one's really light. I like that there's a couple of guys already in the
Hindi ba
chat.
ito siya Mr. Wrong Bets?
I put that up. I swear to God, I think that's gonna blow up tonight. Like, who would you rather make a bet if you had $1 million? Let me ask the both of you. If you had $1 million, okay, but it's not yours to keep. The only way you can keep it is if you bet it. Now, if you bet it and you win $100 million. You make 10 times the return. But if you lose, your poverty or your generations for the next 5 or 7 generations are gonna live in utter poverty, right? Who and the only way you're gonna make your bet is if you take the advice of one specific person. Are you gonna go with Charles? Are you gonna go with this guy, or are you gonna take advice from Drake?
Of course, I'm gonna take the guy who actually.
But he's been wrong so many times,
Naalala ko yung-
especially this year.
He was betting for, I think, Boston, tapos
Right.
hindi talaga tumasok yung
And it's funny because the other day, and it's become almost like a curse. The other day, he made a bet for, I think it was OKC, and Luka Doncic said that, yeah, keep telling him to make that bet, we'll win every time. So whenever he makes a bet, go in reverse, we're gonna win. And he's done this like they do this all the time. The guarantee button in studio.
Parang ito si Drake tapos si The Falls.
Who?
The Falls.
The Falls?
Kasi
Who's the
Paul
Falls?
Pierce. Kasi every time he makes a bet, it's wrong. So there was a meme last year, I think, or a couple of years that hindi na daw siya the truth. The false na daw siya.
The
Kasi
truth is, he's ass at making picks. That's what I know.
parang may version nito sa Philippines eh. Si Boss Al at si Patricio.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that. I've
you've
seen that. I've
seen
seen that.
it,
Yeah, it always goes in reverse.
And there was a viral post yesterday na kasalanan niyo to, Boss Al at Patricio, kasi yung teams na Timberlakers, pag pumandi ka sila sa Timberlakers, tapos after that nagsisitalo na yung Wolves.
I also found it funny. Ever since there was a guy, I really wanted to make that content. There was a guy who said Nikola Jokic really won the MVP just to lose to Anthony Edwards. And ever since, that was game 2. That was after game 2. Ever since, I wanted to hit him up so bad. Hey, bro. Ever since this comment, bro, the Nuggets are technically going to sweep your Wolves.
Is that Devon Mack?
I don't know who that is. I gotta look it up. Might have been
Do we have a
Devon
winner?
Mack. Might have been Devon Mack for sure. But we have a winner, Marvin Villazon. Welcome, classmate. You are back on air. I think we've been missing Marvin for a while. 636849538. The correct answer is none other than Sir Charles. When did he become Sir Charles Barkley?
I don't
Dude,
know.
for you to become a sir, this is what I know. For you to become a sir, you must be knighted. It's a knighthood title. Like Sir,
Yep.
Sir, yeah. What did this guy do in the kingdom of Great Britain to earn Sir Charles? I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe it's just a nickname. All right.
So we've got 4 more games for you lined up, so just keep on watching. So we have a lot to talk about tonight.
It's going to be a fun one. Let's start off with Neil Ramos. I'm going to start off with you on this one. Caitlin Clark's debut. 20 points, 4 of 11 from 3, 10 turnovers, very remarkable. The Indiana Fever. This is the first time in WNBA history that they've been relevant since. Tamika Catchings, of course, the former Defensive Player of the Year for the Indiana Fever, who was more often than not compared to like Kobe-ish, but was never Kobe-ish. She was supposed to be for the WNBA. Caitlin Clark. Neil, what do you like? What do you not like about this debut? And is the online, because there's a lot of people online bashing her already. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, for Caitlin Clark's debut, I think it's a decent performance for her in the WNBA, because this lady right here got 20 points, got 3 assists, got 2 steals. The only flaw that I see maybe is the 10 turnovers, because maybe some rookie, what do you call that? Rookie jitters,
Right.
or whatever. Like, of course, kakabahan ka, rookie season mo eh. But 20 points is not bad for a rookie and for a debut.
That's the thing that I realized, Chan. This was probably the worst day of Caitlin Clark's life, and she still dropped 20 points. The Indiana Fever lost by, I think, about 20 points to the Connecticut Sun. That whole team, in its build, or of its build, is not a good team. Like I watched the highlights and I watched the game as well. Caitlin Clark was basically trying to find her own shot in an offense where there's actually none. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I think offensive-wise, Caitlin Clark's debut is okay. The thing there is, I think, merong gigil din yung veterans. I told you about this. Yeah, right. That hindi naman ibibigay ng veterans agad na, oh, she's Caitlin Clark, pasuskorin natin. The veterans will try to prove something that, although she's, let's say, the most famous WNBA player right now, they won't try to give Caitlin easy baskets. They would probably try to make it harder to place a point that this is the WNBA already. This is not the NCAA.
Correct.
And I think 20 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. I think it somehow a good thing for Caitlin Clark, because first game is sort of a litmus test for her. Like it is her first game in the WNBA, so she would see how good the players are, how high the standard of the players will be. I think the thing is marami yung nagbabash ngayon ka Caitlin Clark, because we saw her how she did in the NCAA. So the standards of her playing is really that high. Imagine she usually basic lang sa kanya ng 30 points, 40 points sa NCAA. Tapos WNBA, we're expecting her to have the same numbers, which I think she won't. Eventually she will, but right now she won't, because she would adjust with the defense, the talent of the players, and also mas easier siya bantayan dito kasi she will be the main woman of the Indiana Fever. So a lot of things would be would be in the table for Caitlin Clark this coming season. So hopefully she will do well in the next games.
I think same what happened to in the NBA. Same what happened to Wemby, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not having he does not have a good game. Back in the previous first or second games, but right now, look at Wemby. It's like a GOAT rookie season for him. Like surpassing the likes of the former Spurs legend David Robinson in terms of blocks, in terms of rebounds for Tim Duncan. And maybe that will happen with Caitlin Clark. Like maybe in the next couple of games, he will score 30 plus less turnovers. So let's see.
Ang ginawa nila kasi parang ni Lonzo Ball nila si Caitlin Clark eh. Like you remember what Pat Bev did when Lonzo was still a rookie? Like parang binuli nila eh.
Yeah.
That's why that's why there are 10 turnovers because like I told you a couple of days, the vets won't give her away easily.
Right.
Parang you should take everything from us, hindi yung ibibigay lang namin sa iyo. So
well, here's what I want to say about this, right? So, number one, nobody in the history of the WNBA, nobody, the only one comparable, probably, it was Candace Parker coming out of Tennessee, and it's not even really close. When you're talking about the level of hype that Caitlin Clark has coming in to the WNBA, the only person I can even compare to, not in terms of game, not saying that they're the same person, not saying that they play to the same level, I'm saying in terms of the hype they're bringing in from where they were to where they are now, LeBron James. When we're talking about somebody already being crowned, the Messiah almost, not just of the Indiana Fever, LeBron James, at least him, he was crowned the savior of Cleveland, just a city, just a franchise. This woman was crowned the savior of the WNBA. People are going to watch now. They're going to get more revenue. There was a post the other week that the Indiana Fever actually got on a charter flight, which is private to them. A lot of hate. I don't understand. I think it was Diana Taurasi. It was a bunch of NBA veterans saying that, she's not that good. I get it, though. When LeBron James came into the league, there was a video that was posted, and it was Carlos Boozer. It was Darius Miles. They were asked, how do you feel about LeBron James coming into the league? They said, he's not that good. Look, brought this man the savior. This man the Messiah. Shout out to Sir Bogart de Braga. I wanted to do that the minute he walked in. Long time no see, of course. Air time. So for everybody who doesn't know, Sir Bogart de Braga also is one of the top dogs here at Windsor. Is one of the reasons why we're here today. This show will gain popularity. We will be viral for a lot of good reasons. And again, shout out to Sir Bogart de Braga, of course, the brainchild as well of this. Ma'am Jackie Amistosa in the back. And the guys here just laughing, smiling, of course, adding the special effects. Eventually.
They should
at some point, So, again, with this Caitlin Clark debut, I'm not mad at it. 20 points, 3 assists, 2 steals. The 10 turnovers tells me, again, she was trying a little bit too hard, but she will eventually learn to relax. Finer shot. Patience is a virtue here. Don't rush it. 10 turnovers tells me that you're trying a bit too hard to find your shot.
But I think I saw a post a couple of days ago na in the US, meron dong lalaki daw tumira. Caitlin Clark.
Right.
And they were, who's Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
Hindi mo siya kilala, parang ganun yung tenor ng... So eventually, women's sports are getting better.
I like it. I mean, I tell people all the time, especially those who want to debate with me about the WNBA and the feminists that try to come at me. I always tell them I know more about the WNBA than you ever will in research, whatever. And I'm telling you that the WNBA was trash for the past 10 years, all because Maya Moore left. When Maya Moore left, their MJ left, that's when it went downhill. Nobody wants to watch these shot chuckers. Nobody wants to watch low-quality games. Nobody wants to watch the equivalent of a U13 game where players can't even figure out how to shoot a layup. That's being contested. That's just the truth of the WNBA. That's not me hating. That's me trying to appreciate something that just wasn't there. I watched these games. H.L. Wilson and they're not that good. No, they're not that good. Caitlin Clark, though, getting the buckets that she did in college and bringing that to the WNBA, again, this was her worst day.
Trust me, Jaffeth knows WNBA. Kilala niya nga si Tisha Panichero eh.
Tisha Panichero. Bro, I go hard with it. Cynthia Cooper times, bro. Golly. Tisha Panichero was my favorite player. Teasley. You don't know Nikki Teasley, B. That was a dog back in 2001.
You remember the swag of Nikki
oh my
Teasley,
God.
like
Nikki Teasley tried to bring so much and one to the
Yeah.
WNBA, but it just wasn't meant to be. She was like the female Jason Williams at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember 2001 because that's when the Los Angeles Sparks had their three-peat almost the same time as the Los Angeles Lakers did.
I forget the name of the woman who stands 7'1".
I remember. I just can't. I think she also played for the Monarchs or the Liberty.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
She's so tall.
She's super tall, like George Marchand level tall. You know what I mean? But
I really forgot the name. So.
Right.
There's also an WNBA player that really is an elite scorer back when he was in the Mystics. No, not Mystics.
Mystics?
Atlanta Dream.
yeah, that
Dream,
is Angel McCautry.
Angel McCautry. But
Yeah.
when he was
I
traded,
think she's still here.
Elena Dolidon.
Elena, I don't like
when he was,
Elena
when he was
Delle Donne.
traded. And
Oh, Margot Didek!
Yeah,
Yeah, Margot Didek! I remember Margot Didek!
That's why you kept remember.
Yeah, Margot
Because
Didek!
there's a picture that always comes on my feed where who's the player of the New York Liberty, the legendary player
Who?
from the New York Liberty?
Teresa Witherspoon?
No, the one who coached with the Spurs before.
Oh, Don Staley. Oh, no, Becky Hammond.
Yeah, Becky Hammond was boxing out Margot Didek. Like,
There's no way, bro. There's no
I
way.
think that's the picture right there.
Yeah, Margot Didek.
Yeah.
Margot Didek was crazy, man. She was so tall, 7'2".
Like the
What are you
Yao
talking
Ming
about?
of WNBA. I think he might be taller than Brittany Griner.
the late Margot Didek.
I love Margot Didek. Don't even trip.
Yeah.
I don't know Bernadette Hattar. The guys are in the back are pulling up. I hate Brittany Griner. I think she's delusional. Liz Cambage. I love Liz Cambage.
May one-on-one daw si Griner at si
Stupid.
Marcus
Just
Cousins.
stupid. One thing I'll say though, I agree with one of the comments. Max Wynn, I also want to watch the WNBA low key because of Cameron Brink, yo. She is hot, yo. What are we talking about? What are we doing, man? Cameron Brink,
Cameron Brink.
center for Stanford, the defensive player of the year in the NCAA, bro. You gotta look at this. She is hot, man. What are we doing?
Let's go Sparks.
The goddaughter
What are we doing? The
goddaughter
goddaughter of Steph.
Steph Curry.
Yo, what is
Let's go Sparks.
going on? Not only is she a great defensive player, she does it on and off the. Oh my God, yo!
Kevin.
What are we
Look at the
doing?
picture.
Yo,
Kevin Hart.
Cameron Brink.
Don't get deceived because she will drop 30 on you.
She'll drop 30 and block your shot, bro. She ain't tripping. Look at that. What are we talking about? How are you this gorgeous and you're gonna swat my shot?
Neil,
Oh my goodness.
Carrizo or Cameron Brink?
Bro, Cameron Brink is something else. Like, she can be a Sports Illustrated model, change her clothes, drop 20, and she went to Stanford. Come on, man. What are
Brains
you?
and everything.
Brains, brawn, beauty, sports? What is this? The perfect human being? You gotta be kidding me.
Yun nga eh, Neil, Carrizo or Cameron Brink?
Cameron Brink, yo. Well, Cameron Brink's like 6'8",
6'4".
6'4"? She's 6'4"? Get out of here. Draymond Green? What is this? What are we doing? 1.93. 6'6". 6'6". 6'5". I can't wait for Paige Beckers too. Low key. Okay, she's 6'4".
6'4".
Jack Klang Klang. Google Cameron Brink, bro.
Google
You better
na.
not be
Google na.
alt tabbing to some other thing. There better be no alt tabs, brother. You're laughing like you know what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? What am I talking about?
I just remember the Luka Doncic interview
Mm.
where he was shocked because someone apparently pressed a click
I don't think that was a click
clickbait
button.
or something.
I don't believe that was a click button. I don't.
Or baka nakalimutan niya i-silent.
I don't know. I think that was really somebody.
Forgot to wear earphones.
Earphones.
Probably. I don't know. All right. So this is Cameron Brink. Gorgeous. My goodness. She's 6'4".
Third pick, right? Third pick.
I think she was the third pick of the WNBA draft. Not a bad pick. Defensive player of the year again for the NCAA women's. One of the best
Sparks.
players. I mean, there's face value. She is gorgeous. My goodness.
Luka Doncic ng WNBA.
Maybe not. I'm not of the agreement. We got to
Can
see
you
more.
Search whether the NBA players like transition to women, like they are wearing NBA
What?
jerseys, but they
yung
look like
face
women.
swap.
The
Yeah,
face
yeah,
swap?
Face
Yeah.
swap. Face swap.
I don't know why would.
Why?
Let's look at Let's look at Luka. Let's look at Luka.
Let me guess. You have a low-key crush on Luka Doncic if you transition to being a
No.
woman. Is that it?
No.
Female Luka or Carissa? I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick.
Kinikilig nga yan ka, Dennis de la Serna eh. Lalo na ka Luka.
Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. We'll transition now
That's
to
not it.
Well, while we're looking up, right, while we're looking up NBA players,
Look at Zion.
he looks like that actress, honestly.
Yeah.
You know that actress? Yeah,
Familiar,
one of those
familiar.
actresses. So, while we're talking about the NBA, let's get into it. Again, Caitlin Clark, God bless. Let's see what you can do for the rest of the season. It's going to be amazing to watch.
Let's go, Cameron Brink.
Cameron Brink, yo. My goodness. Margot Dudek. that is a vault level. You know, vault deep in the archives.
Parang ganito tayo, Cameron Brink, tapos magsabi yung Marco dito.
Just absolute crazy. All right, let's go to the NBA. This one is interesting. Boston already booking their ticket to the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals. This one to me was a no-brainer. There's nobody in the East who will absolutely take down Boston.
Even with D Mitch.
Nah, they were never gonna win. They were lucky to win one, to be honest.
Spider-Man nila injured eh.
Yeah, I don't know why he was out. I don't know. I guess he had a calf.
Injury.
Yeah, he strained his calf. With the way that a lot of the NBA's offenses are, the only team that I think can even beat Boston is the Denver Nuggets because their offense is centered around Jokic.
Yeah.
Boston, the rest of the NBA, like I see Jalen Brunson, and then Jalen Brunson has to figure out trying to score against Drew Holiday and Derek White. That sounds like a nightmare. Just trying to figure that out.
I think we talked about this last week. That if New York would prevail, they really need to have Randall there just to be a threat.
They need to be able to give Boston, let's say Boston, New York. I think New York will win.
Yeah.
I think they'll take Indiana, but Indiana can't count them out with the pace because New York is just a team that's gassed. They look gassed by the fourth quarter because of how fast and how heavy the minutes are.
8-man rotation.
It's an 8-man rotation, super tight. Josh Hart especially playing like 46 minutes a game. It's a lot of minutes. Even for me, like I want to play, but I don't want to play that much.
But
Gosh.
if you watch in Boston, but if you watch Derek White, he was actually struggling offensively, but defensively he was really.
They don't need anything they get honestly from Derek White, Al Horford, and
Even
Drew
Drew.
Holiday. It's a
Bonus na
bonus.
yung
It's honestly a bonus. And Spencer Hauser and Peyton Pritchard, it's a bonus because the offense primarily revolves around Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum,
It was
Kristaps
like
Porzingis.
naging ano sila no, naging garbage type of player. Not really garbage na hindi magaling, but really the like Tristan Thompson back in Cleveland or back in Cleveland like they get the easy they will get the easy two. If my miss, they will get the rebound, pass it back outside, something like that.
Well, essentially, they're there for 3-and-D purposes, right? Drew Holiday takes his play. The one area where there's a lot more stability with Boston, though, where it wasn't last year, is that Drew Holiday or Derek White, primarily Drew Holiday, does what Marcus Smart could not do, which is to set the table and be a threat when setting said table, right? So he's setting the table. Tatum's in isolation position, for example. Holiday knows exactly where to be, and he knows who to get the ball to. He also is a stabilizing presence in that regard where we're doing this. Because Marcus Smart was like, Tatum, what are we doing? Now it's more like, all right, here's what we're going to do. You bring a championship-level guard. He has won an NBA championship, talking about Drew Holiday, and is, in my opinion, the best perimeter defender in the league. No bias, but being incredibly objective.
Underrated din yung shooting eh. Kaya
I mean, he's been great. I think when Jalen Brunson sees this, it's going to be very difficult. I don't see, unless outside of the Nuggets, really, who, by the way, have won 3 straight, I don't see another team really even giving Boston much of a challenge. Their round 1 matchup against the Heat, no Jimmy Butler, way too easy. This matchup against the Cavs, there was, even with Donovan Mitchell, wasn't going to be close, in my opinion. They were lucky to win one, to be honest with you.
Do you think if Orlando won against the Cavs, they
No.
will
kakainin silang buhay.
No.
at least go to Game 6?
No, it's gonna. It might have been even. They might not even get lucky, because Boston, they were criticized in Game 4 for looking like they didn't even really want to play. Like they were bored when they learned Donovan Mitchell was out. They were like, okay, all right, do we even really want to play? Is this even gonna be fun? They were criticized for that because they looked like the team that didn't really want it. They should have just blown them up by 30 and be done with the game, but. No, I mean, that's the thing with Boston.
Did Kristaps play? No,
No,
right?
Kristaps hasn't played in like a week. And that's the crazy part. Kristaps Porzingis is probably one of their best players offensively. He hasn't played in about like maybe 1, 2,
Help
maybe
defense
3
din.
weeks.
Ang useful ni Kristaps sa help defense ng
Correct, yeah.
Boston. Kaya sinabi ko sa'yo, they really need Kristaps to be healthy pagdating sa finals. Kasi
I'm not scared of the Knicks or the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Final.
They,
I'm not.
I mean, they need Kristaps to be healthy sa finals kasi
Yeah.
you can't rely on Horford alone just to defend Jokic. Kakainin buhay ni Jokic si Horford for sure.
I think, but I just believe, because when you're talking about the matchups, it's very, very, very interesting to.
Yeah.
The Nuggets and the Celtics are probably on a collision course, honestly, unless Luka pulls off a LeBron, in my opinion, where he's just gonna carry the Mavs. And it's ironic that he has Kyrie. How ironic is it that if Luka Doncic takes the Dallas Mavericks to the NBA Finals, his running mate just so happens to be Kyrie Irving.
Maraming
A lot.
magiging masaya dito sa Windsor pag pumasok yung Dallas.
They are leading 3-2. I did not expect. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect this. I thought the Oklahoma City Thunder, they played well with Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren. They have a one out on the perimeter and one in the interior. I thought they were gonna take this probably in 6. Right now, Dallas. The Thunder need to force a game 7. Dallas just looked great earlier. They looked terrific. Derek Lively, PJ Washington.
Triple-double for Luka.
And the PJ Washington and Derek Jones Jr. alternately all throughout the series usually have good games.
Yeah.
Kanina, Derek Jones Jr. played really well. And the thing about them, the both of them, their defense didn't have any bad days.
No, that's the thing with the Mavs.
They
Like,
really defend.
you really got to remember, when the Mavericks want to turn it on in incredible fashion, you got to remember that series against Phoenix a couple of years ago where they were up by 45-46 third quarter. Luka Doncic was laughing. I enjoyed it because I hate Devin Booker's light-skinned wannabe Kobe butt. I just enjoyed it from start to finish. Game 7 in Phoenix, they got blown out, and the Dallas Mavericks played incredible defense. Now they have an opportunity to go back on their home floor and close this series out.
And sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you did right in the middle of it too. Yeah.
And of course, I said this before earlier show that the addition of Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington is really a big help for Dallas, right? Because they're at the bottom of the not really at the bottom, but they're like likely to lose the playoff spot back in the eliminations or back in the regular season.
They were threatened.
But they traded Grant Williams. It's such a bum. Grant Williams going to Charlotte.
That's a strong word.
And
Grant
then-
Williams is a bum.
And
Okay.
then getting Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington from Charlotte. I mean Daniel Gafford has may nagawa siya sa NBA history na in the
Highest
past
field goal percentage.
4 or 5 games
Did
na
not
wala
miss a
siyang
shot.
wala siyang miss.
Right.
And that was made way back with Wilt, I believe.
Right.
Was it Wilt?
So I agree. I think these pieces that were added onto the Dallas Mavericks ultimately help them, or help them get to where they are now.
I think the pieces they added are building an identity for them on the defensive end.
Yeah,
the
because-
question for them the past couple of years is yeah, you can score, but how can you defend during playoff time? So
Oh, and give Luka Doncic credit for that block on
Yeah.
SGA on the break. That was, to me, that was hilarious.
after yun naging Michael Jordan si Jokic
Yeah,
tapos
yeah.
nagde-defensa na si
So now the Europeans are thinking. One of my friends pointed this out actually, but I don't know if the United States of America is even ready for this. Do you all realize that all your major awards are won by Europeans? Jokic is MVP,
Rookie of the Year.
Wembanyama is Rookie of the Year, and Gobert is Defensive Player of the Year. And Sixth Man of the Year was Nas Reed, and Nas Reed is from the Congo.
and
No American actually won anything.
yung potential number 1 pick this year is from France.
Yeah, Alex Sarr.
Yeah, so
The world is catching up. I can't wait for the Olympics, yo. This is gonna be
The
crazy.
number 2 is from Serbia, Nikola Topic.
yeah.
Probably Topic too. So
Yeah. He was
I
the
don't
projected
know.
number 2 pick.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be very curious to see what happens in the
Tapos
Olympics.
papasok si Kai Soto.
Hell no, he's not ready.
Ginulat ang mundo.
Ginulat ang
same
mundo.
way, same sentiment that I have about Bronny James, I have for Kai Soto. Y'all not ready. Don't even trip, right? All right, last one. Knicks and Indiana Pacers.
I
they're gonna-
really love this series.
Do you
Like,
think they're gonna
I don't-
pull off
So
tomorrow?
I'm not really even too confident if New York can win because it's highly what's the word I'm looking for? Highly dependent on whether Jalen Brunson and he's been consistent, but if the Pacers can just keep him to under 30,
one bad game from
one
Jalen.
bad game from JB or 2 bad games from JB, this thing's a wrap.
Jalen.
Multiple 40 plus points games since.
Look, I'm
LeBron
not
James.
mad. Like, they beat them by 30. They socked it to him. They got the Pacers back. And I think it was like the rest. I'm going to be very curious to see how Indiana recovers from this beatdown because they gave New York their own beatdown in Game 4, was it? And now, in Game 4, the Knicks have an opportunity to move on to their first Eastern Conference Finals in 24 years. Since 2000, the last time the Knicks went to the Eastern Conference Finals, dial-up internet took an hour to connect. That's how long it's been. Nobody here even probably knows what dial-up. Do you know what dial-up is?
Yeah.
And what's the sound that dial-up makes?
What?
What's the sound that dial-up internet makes?
I forgot, but I know what
The
the dial-up
sound.
is.
The sound. So the sound. You didn't want to do it, I'll do it. You're like hesitating, like I'm going to make fun of you, which I always do. I don't know what you're tripping about. All right, so
Where
I am thinking, do we see the Knicks going to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yes, they will face.
Do you think it'd be good? I see these videos of their fans. Their fans are hilarious. Until now.
For NBA purposes, for
Yeah.
them, for the
For the great state of New York,
yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to see a Boston, New York.
Yeah.
they'd rather
Eastern
see the
Conference
ruckus, dangerous, and utterly very, very violent crowd of New York, I'm sure, over the French Lick of Indiana.
Yung Boston fans, New York fans, they're the same. They're very violent.
They're very violent. They're very vocal. One thing I laughed about earlier while I was just going through content. So they did this bit. I saw it on TikTok. They did this bit on New York fans, and for 2-3 years, they're still mad at Trae Young. No fan base has. There is no fan base on earth that's been so mad at one player more than the New York Knicks have been mad at Trae Young. Until now, they can't let that crap go, bro. They're just so mad at Trae Young.
Villain.
How ironic would it be that if Jalen Brunson, for some reason, turns into complete doo-doo, they trade Jalen Brunson for Trae Young? You still be mad at him then? Oh, my God, man. That's going to be so hilarious.
The thing for Indiana sa Game 6, I think they played on the tempo ng New York. Eh. Yun nga sinabi ni Dante DiVincenzo, di ba na?
They can't. They really,
should,
really can't.
Yeah, because on the 2 wins that the Pacers had, they really pushed the pace.
They're going to
really
blitz you every time. And when I say blitz...
But sa Game 6, they played to the tune of New York.
Yeah. No,
they
Game
got
5.
played- Yeah, Game 5, Game 6.
Oh, we're
Game
about to
5,
hit
yeah,
Game
Game
6.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got outworked. If you look at the stats, I think Josh Hart got another monster rebounding game. Hartenstein got 17, I think.
Offensive
with 12,
rebounds, 20 to
Yeah,
5.
that
with
was
12
the- that
offensive
was-
boards.
yeah.
So
That was one of the X
the
factors.
thing, if you want to beat New York, you
Just
should
gotta rebound.
outwork.
It's
New
got to
York.
look at the rebounding disparity. 53 to 29. You are not going to win that game, man.
I-outwork mo lang New York.
Yeah. Their best offense is an offensive rebound. I think it was a quote by I don't know. I forgot who was running the game in the Pacers and Knicks series, but 121-91 was Game 5. Game 6. Here we go. Pacers Knicks. Who do you have winning?
Because the games were close except Game 4. The Game 3 was pretty close.
I think this will be pretty close.
Yeah, I would go with New York.
I got New York too.
Yeah, New York is gonna close out Jalen
Yeah.
Brunson, Isaiah Hartenstein,
Hartenstein.
DiVincenzo. I mean, did you
'cause
see that monster dunk from DiVincenzo? That was crazy.
That was nice.
Follow-up dunk.
I just don't see Tyrese Halliburton. I don't think Tyrese
Parang
Halliburton.
nawala din si Tyrese
He's not
this
ready
playoffs
yet.
eh.
No, I don't think he has takeover ability. That's the thing. Like that's
Like-
sort of becoming apparent with Tyrese
He's
Halliburton.
really good during the eliminations. Then pagpasok sa playoff, parang nawala eh.
Yeah, no, because look at this: 13 points, 5 assists, and the leading scorer was Pascal Siakam. If you are Tyrese Halliburton, you're gonna need to use Game 6 as your springboard to ultimately superstar status because no one really believes that you are a superstar.
If hindi lang yun na shoot ni Nembhard yung 3 points, GG na sila.
Would have been looking at it this
Yeah.
series totally differently. All right, before that, Mavs and Thunder. Who do you guys think will win the next game?
Ma'am Jack, sino?
I'm gonna go the other way. I think the Thunder might just force a Game 7.
I'm going to go with the Mavs.
That's me sick.
I'm gonna go with the Mavs.
Yeah.
Dumidepensa na si Luka eh. So, I'm gonna go with the Mavs.
You're gonna go with the
I
Mavs.
I think the momentum is already in the.
Honestly, I just wanted- yeah, I just-
Mavs.
I just want to be an antagonist, but I actually really feel like the Mavs are going to take this home. I like the narrative with Luka Doncic again carrying Dallas. If they somehow take out the Nuggets, he could be already in the GOAT conversation, we might be talking about Luka Doncic being one of the best all time, because this is, by virtue of our understanding of the word hard carry, this will be under that notion, hard carry, along with Kyrie Irving.
At ngayon si Kyrie parang nagdi-differ na siya ka Luka.
Yeah, I think
like, do your thing, I'll do my thing. If
I think it was game 4 where he had like 9 points and 9 assists. And they lost because of the free throws, which was ridiculous. 1 for 4 from the free throw line in that game. And Dallas took a loss. Now they picked it back up. Game 6 is going to be interesting. Last one here. Nuggets. Oh, these juicy, juicy nuggets.
Ay,
If they were chicken nuggets, I'd eat them. But they're
simula
not.
nung sinabi nyo na anak ni Jordan, hindi na gumaling yung Timberwolves.
Where are all the men and women who said this man was the next MJ? See, Chan, this is what I was talking about. This is why I hate casuals sometimes. Casuals are great for occupying arenas and paying NBA premium subscriptions and, viewership for Facebook and all of that nonsense. But God damn it, if you don't piss me off every now and then with your Michael Jordan takes that have absolutely no basis whatsoever. What in the world made you believe that this man was Michael Jordan? Except the fact that you look like him.
Yun nga tinaasan kasi nila yung standard. Dapat hindi nila sinabi na anak ni Michael
Facial
Jordan.
standard, not game.
Dapat sinabi nila anak ni LeBron para hindi mataas yung standard.
See that even you don't believe that, Chan. I was just not a fan of the whole facial comparison, the same thing they did with Jimmy Butler. Why on earth does somebody who has not yet achieved a damn thing in the NBA deserve to all of a sudden be called the next or possibly surpassing the Michael Jordan? Like, I'm not, in the GOAT debate, I go the other way. I'm not the Michael Jordan apologist, but I do have a standard for people. Like when they said Ronnie Hollis Jefferson was Kobe. He ain't Kobe. He just looks like Kobe with a left hand. How dare you insult Kobe?
Why are you looking at me like that? I didn't even say
Because
it.
your baby teeth piss me off the way this topic pisses me off. Anthony Edwards did not do anything to deserve the Michael Jordan comparison. Not yet.
Not
he hasn't won a
yet.
scoring title. He averages 24 points per game. Michael Jordan averaged what, Neil? 35 points a game through 3 years. And he gets to be MJ? Get the hell out of here, man.
Parang sinil mong yung biniblame mo.
That was 84 MJ!
It was not me. It was KG first.
And you believe the guy who
Before I
said,
spread the
you
word.
believe the guy who said equivalent. You believed him, Neil. He can't pronounce the word equivalent on air properly. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my God. Ronaldo Blanco, actually Anthony Edwards was my son. So how does that happen? Did you disown him after game 4 or 5? How did that happen, Ronaldo? Maxwell, I enjoyed watching Luka earlier. Didn't argue with the calls. Maybe the team called him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing that really pisses me off about Luka Doncic. He complains a lot. A lot. This guy.
Crybaby nga daw eh.
For somebody who played in Europe where they had zone calls and you really had to force the defense to make a mistake, he complains a
Tapos
lot.
mahirap pa kumuha ng foul sa EuroLeague.
Yeah, and
Like,
I don't
they're
know.
very physical sa EuroLeague.
They are very physical. Your boy Mike James. Again, I'm not mad at you. Your face just sort of attracted my anger. I don't know how that happened. That's my fault. My bad. All right. Speaking of other leagues and speaking of viewership, which is a fun topic, which has been a fun topic for our TikTok lately in Grind Sports, the PBL. Let's pivot away from basketball for a quick sec and let's talk about the What is this? The Pilipinas Volleyball League?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I love this. Slowly but surely, they are overshadowing the PBA.
Love the graphics again.
That is some
Horror
fire
song.
graphics.
Horror song.
Horror song. You are crazy, man.
Opened yourself again.
Talk to me about this, Chen. What's the problem here?
I think we talked about this a lot of times already. I think the PBA is really poor on their the way they sell the game. Like, parang walang rivalry and sort of.
I have a fun fact because I've been doing videos of this all week. They actually do not have a YouTube page. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Why is everything on one sport?
They would show the games at One Sports.
But why?
Pero wala silang yung persona talaga na PBA. For some reason.
Is there a reason? Is there like a trademark or a copyright issue there with One Sports?
If the NBA can do it, why not? Baka sa
That's
contract.
that's what I said. Like,
Pero yung PBL, meron sa One Sports.
Yun nga, I know, but the PBL let the volleyball women have their volleyball. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun. I enjoy watching the excitement. Like, they're so excited. I don't know what's going on. They're whacking balls. I'm like, and I played volleyball. Like, oh, I don't really know the rules that well, but man, are they enjoying it? Let them have their fun. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think for some reason, the PBL also merong entrance din yung games nila. So it really makes us scratch our heads why the PBA can't replicate the way PBL has been doing the things that para dayuhin sila ng mga tao. Even yung hindi famous na team ng PBL, meron din nanonood unlike sa PBA.
My dad watches the PBL.
So
and my dad is old.
Know. Pero I read an article a while ago na problem ni Commissioner Nervasa.
Nervasa or Marshall?
Marshall, I mean. Commissioner Marshall.
Right.
Hindi na talaga ako nanonood. hindi ko na alam.
So sad.
I mean, Commissioner Marshall, he can't replicate the viewership sa live. Paano niya dadalhin para manood ng live games talaga? So,
but you can. But there's not even that many watching the live.
Truth be told, marami talaga nanonood ng live. I think
no one just feels it's valuable.
Couple of months ago yung nag-live yung Smart. Umabot ng I think every game parang usually mag 50k viewers, 70k viewers. Yeah. So meron talaga nanonood ng PBA. The thing is, hindi na talaga nila na-translate para pumunta yung mga tao. I think it's more on the game experience siguro. Baka they would rather watch it live at home na hindi makaka-go, they won't go through traffic, tapos
but the PBL can fill a whole stadium.
The thing
though.
is, parang yung game experience nga, di ba, parang you pay for something because you're paying for the experience, right?
I got this. We talked about marketing. They're not good at marketing. Their rules also are horrible, and we talked about that in length. But when you're talking about the in-game experience, the problem is this: there's so many stigmas that have been attached to the PBA over the years. One of them is when you sit down in that courtside seat that you paid for, it's not that expensive. If you want to watch a game, for example, everybody watching this, if you want to watch a game in the Cuneta Astrodome, it's going to only cost you courtside seats 700 or 900 pesos. That's it. To see these players up close and personal, that's all it's going to cost you. Let's say you want to watch in the Mall of Asia Arena. You know how much it's going to cost you? 750 pesos. That is not expensive. I don't care how you evaluate ticket pricing. That's not expensive. If you want to evaluate that in dollars, that's $15 courtside already, right? Here's the thing. You hit it really cleanly. The in-game experience is not worth it for people to even spend that much because I already know it's probably going to win. I'm wasting my time because I'm not even a fan of the branding. This is a problem with the PBA. And this is a strategy that if you've seen every other league around the world, the NBL, the CBA, even EuroLeague, I could be wrong with this, but the EuroLeague, they represent a city. FC Barcelona, Spain. Real Madrid is a location, right? CBA, the Guangdong Tigers location. NBL, the Adelaide 66ers. Japanese B League, it's also a location. Nagoya Dolphins, right? The PBA, despite it being the longest running league in Asia, which is by now, if you're just following it now, it's a miracle they've made it this far. They've constantly represented brands. And I kind of want to harp on that. Who wants to be identified as a Jeep? You want to be a Jeep, Neil? What about the Tropang Texters? What the hell is that?
If the MPBL can do it, why not them?
Well,
but the thing is that the PBA right now and the PBA before are so different because of the changes of the management, the changes on the marketing strategy. If you remember Shop Pinas Clickers, you remember Burger King Whoppers.
But they're all brands. That's the problem.
But compared today, mas maganda kasi yung marketing strat ng PBA before.
You remember before?
I'm gonna agree with that.
You remember before, as far as game experience is concerned, during half times, parang I remembered I watched Asi Taulava versus Kirby Raimundo one-on-one. So parang may ganong dynamics eh. Aside from yung...
I watched Powerade. That's what I saw. God damn that Powerade.
But in the middle,
team.
yung timeout, yung free throw, yung halftime, meron silang mga ginagawa talaga na additional sa game experience. Unlike now, parang Nanonood
I
ka lang
don't-
doon pag time out, wala kang ginagawa.
Right, and the thing is, I want to urge the PBA. I don't know if this will be of value to you, but two things that I want to get rid of. Number one, shrink the 3 conferences to 2. There is absolutely no need for us to have a conference where the only identifier is that the import has to be 6'9" and the other
6'5".
one is 6'6".
And
That's
all
stupid.
Filipino.
Yeah, and then you have the all Filipino. Why do we need one with 6'6" and 6'9"? That makes absolutely zero sense. And you're also giving the championship value of these conferences. You're diminishing it.
Mhm.
Nobody cares anymore because, hey, I can always win a championship. I'm going to feel the same way. I have 3 shots at it every year. Second, why in the world do we have a height limit? Having a height limit in a game like basketball is like telling the world's fastest sprinters to participate in a 100-meter dash, and the really fast ones can't participate.
Mhm.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't agree with it. Get rid of the height limit. And we're inadvertently telling the world, Chan, because the tallest one is 6'9". We want to get rid of the 7-footers because we can't score on 7-footers. And
Correct.
we're inadvertently telling the world how ass we are at basketball. And when we go to the World Games, what FIBA, the one we won recently in China,
What do you
the
mean?
Busan game, was it? No, it was the one in China, the one with Justin Brownlee. No.
No, Asian Games.
Asian Games.
Asian Games.
We go to the Asian Games, we get lucky. We honestly get lucky. And these guys, like the CBA, the Japanese B League, they welcome 7-footers. By all means, partake of this dinner.
Tapos yung best player pa nila 5'6".
Yeah.
Togashi.
Togashi. What are we doing here? So how are we developing our own? And this is why I love the NCAA and UAP more, because they don't care if you get imports.
Meron nga 7'3" sa UP, yung
Yeah.
kasama ni Kai Soto sa TSF.
Yung isang
Si Wilmore.
galon, ginawang water jug.
And the thing I really hate about the PBA, yung twice to beat. Para sa akin, parang laro lang sila ng rec. Eh. Parang ginawa mo yung top 2 twice to beat para makompel yung players na pumunta kada laro para makakuha ng twice to beat advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, why not make it a
Best of 3.
why not make it a long season, and then instead of putting the All-Star after the actual season, put it in the middle, and then
sorry.
and then after the All-Star, you have like maybe 1 week rest, and then back to the regular season. Like what's what the NBA is doing.
I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I'm saying that I think historically they've considered that, but I don't think it's sustainable
Mahirap eh
financially.
Kasi, maganda sana long seasons, pero I think the PBA only have 12 teams, so apparently if you want
can only
long
play
season,
round robin
parang
so many times.
Pinalaro mo sila ng
You know what I mean?
they meet each other 4 times.
Triple round robin. That's exhausting. Not a bad idea. I'm not saying I'm
Yeah.
not taking a dump on your idea. I
it
think
would be
they've considered
a
it. It's
beautiful
just
idea. They just need
I
to
don't think it
add
makes
teams,
sense. Yeah,
probably.
You're right. I don't think
Jollibee
it doesn't make
Stingers.
it doesn't make sense to
Jollibee Stingers.
yeah. It just doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to
They
do
just
a
need-
triple round robin, man. I don't know.
Mother's Grill.
Mother's
Queen's
Grill,
Pharmacy.
Mother's Grill, chicken
but-
Prados.
Because also PBA, if you're watching, and before we pivot out to this topic, it's that you gotta let there be actual competition. I found it hilarious. I actually put a video up on it where it was hilarious. The next 72 hours after Terra Firma won against San Miguel,
Yeah.
they branded it as the upset of the decade. I actually thought Terra Firma was already moving on, and they
Yeah,
beat
yeah,
San
yeah.
Miguel. Yun pala may twice to beat kahapon, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna watch the game because they got me. All right, I'm gonna look at this, and then
Tapos natalo.
natalo yung Terra Firma. I was like, you know what? Like in the fourth quarter, I was like, yeah, I already know who's gonna win. Like,
Yun nga eh. I really hate that twice to beats thing.
One of the things na parang nawawala na ng value ng PBA is because the low market teams, let's just say example for the Terra Firma Jeep, there are a lot of players before entering the PBA na magagaling, kinukuha ng mga lower market teams, and then pag hinog na pinipitas ng mga San Miguel,
Yeah,
Farming.
ng mga
So-
Top and Techs.
well, contractually, it's challenging because I thought about it, and the best way to do it would be to apply a luxury tax. Like if you guys go over an X amount
Yeah, yeah,
of your salary, you have to pay the entire
Para
league.
sa NBA, diba?
I mean,
yeah.
look
But even then, hold on, because even if you do apply a luxury tax, let's say I want to put a luxury tax on every incentive, every form of compensation, and that would not really even discourage the big teams because that would still, if I'm really really rich,
Malit na bagay.
when you're really really poor, doesn't matter. I'm gonna take your
Yeah,
guys.
I think theory ko sa San Miguel, like let's say CJ Perez, max player yan, di ba?
Mm.
So, parang yung contract niya, he would receive a lower salary Pero yung mga para to achieve the max contract, binibigay nila sa bonuses.
Yeah, that's exactly how, because then you wouldn't be affected by their salary
Yeah.
cap of 420,000. So, for example,
that's my understanding.
yeah, for example, CJ Perez, great example. Let's say I pay CJ Perez 200,000 a month, which is well below the limits. But if I want to tell CJ, hey, no problem, you score your 5 points or whatever, you'll get an extra bonus of like 20,000 a game. And then when you equate that, you're gonna get to the value, and the PBA won't tax you or they won't fine you for going over the cap. But if they really want, I think the one that would apply best would be the franchise tag in the NFL. That would be best, meaning a player can have the option to decline a trade. Like if I'm Stephen Holt, the fan base, if there is even one, lies on your, lies in your hands. Wami Tiongzon, right?
Yeah.
I would franchise tag these two and say, please don't say no to every trade possible. Don't accept any trade whatsoever, right? Because you guys are going to be the stars, and it's up to these teams as well to really market their players. Because if you don't make an effort to market your players, no one's going to watch.
I like para sa PVL like to the point niya yung lahat na angles na pwede nila gawang story ginagamit nila, like yung Wong parang sino yung isa, yung Gemma something, I forgot the surname, yung spiker ng Creamline, tapos they it was alleged parang may relationship daw sila, tapos they break up. So parang ganun yung storyline nila.
Yeah. They got intrigue.
Nagkalaban.
Yeah, there's intrigue.
And tapos yung Gemma meron ng bago. So every time they use that thing para the people get intrigued with the league.
Yeah.
Tapos yung meron ba silang someone who took a video of them, parang nag-shake hands lang after the game, tapos ginagawa nila ng
They made it an issue.
Yeah, that's why the PVL is really gaining from it. Magaling yung marketing nila eh. Unlike sa
Hey, the MPBL actually, in my opinion, has the edge over the PBA. That's why you're seeing a lot more. And again, they were arguing free. I was simply arguing, what would you do with your time? What do you value more? Because you can go to the PBA games and watch if you really want to, but you don't. And the MPBL games, these players, they're to watch a MPBL game, it's free. But again, in terms of what you would do with your time, apparently you want to watch that over the PBA, and it's not expensive to watch a PBA game, especially courtside.
A lot of people from MCBL than PBA, right, Coach?
That might be a stretch, but we're gonna.
there a time.
There was a time. The finals
na
last
parang
year.
wala talaga
season
nanonood,
nine.
tapos
Yeah.
punong-puno yung finals ng MCBL.
Mm.
And even in the first
Nah.
even in the first week, that was jam-packed Roadstar.
First, yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a bit. So let's pivot out from the PVL to another event. Vasily Lomachenko. I like this. The Matrix, man, this guy, I love him. George Kambosos Jr.'s first knockout to claim the IBF lightweight title. Vasily Lomachenko.
No challenge.
Him and
No
Inoue.
challenge.
Him and Inoue. I would like to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. Vasily Lomachenko.
Papayag ba si Lomachenko pumunta ng Japan?
Take it! Shove it in Inoue's face!
Parang natatakot siya pumunta ng ibang place pa.
Inoue,
Parang kasi sa Japan lang siya.
Inoue already fought outside and he won. I forgot his opponent, but he
Bring
won.
it to Vegas. This is a Vegas level
That would
fight.
be really crazy. Lomachenko, Inoue at Vegas.
I would love to see that fight.
Equal soil. Walang home court.
No home court. Let's see if this sells out. I love Lomachenko. I think this is like a low-key version of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. You got one guy who's constantly the aggressor, always wants to stand and bang.
What's his nationality?
Ukrainian.
Yeah, he's fighting. He not only fighting, whoever's in front of him, he also fighting for the whole country of Ukraine, bro. If this was Russian, he might go into more than the Matrix. We might see some other stuff going on, right? But I love it because, again, Lomachenko has that Floyd Mayweather feel to him. He's got really great defense, terrific head movement, great counters. Against Inoue, it would be very interesting to see.
This fight, parang pinaglalaroan niya si Kambosos eh.
I don't think Kambosos is ready for this.
George Kambosos, the former sparring partner of Manny. Right?
Yeah, nahihirapan talaga si Kambosos. Until that 11th round, right?
Yeah. He finally
Well,
broke through a little bit, right? But again, Lomachenko, great defense. I would love to see a great fight in the works. I don't know. Lomachenko, somebody's got to carry the IBF. Bantamweight is not even a real weight, if you know what I mean. Welterweight, middleweight, heavyweight, got it. Bantamweight? What's a bantam? I don't know. That's a chicken out here in Cebu. You know what I mean? What are we doing with a bantamweight, man? I don't know what that is. So super like
Do you
super
think-
featherweight. There's a
Super
featherweight.
lightweight.
There's a super light featherweight. How many light feathers are there?
Do you think going back to Inoue, do you think there's a possibility he will, outside of his comfort zone, he will fight Tank Davis?
Is Tank Davis even worth fighting if you're Inoue? You're a 3-division world champion. Why would you fight Tank? He's been trash.
Ikaw yung champion eh. Bakit ko
Yeah,
maglulower?
why would unless you're gonna, because Tank is not a good draw. Not for someone like Inoue.
The thing for boxing, Neil, I think people would fight if marami talaga manonood, right?
Right.
Because the money is there. When
Same concept with McGregor, who I think is just overrated. Like, the only reason why McGregor gets the fights from Dana White is because he knows how to sell a fight. If you're talking about pure skill, no way McGregor, after Aldo ever gets a fight, and after he got his butt kicked by Diaz, and after Khabib Nurmagomedov made him tap, nearly broke his jaw, then jumped the fence to kick ass of the trainers. Bro, no way McGregor ever sees the light of
hindi
day.
nangyari yung Casemiro eh. Kasi for some time, parang it was creating traffic, Casemiro versus Inoue. Tapos, it just died down at wala nang interest din eh. So,
Pacquiao versus Inoue would have been nice. I would have loved to see that.
if Pacquiao would travel back,
Yeah.
10
In
years
time,
ago.
yeah.
Pacquiao, if maybe he was 10 years younger, why
imagine
not?
no? Pacquiao versus Inoue. That
That'd
would
be fun.
very
That'd be
fiery.
fun. But I think Inoue would be in over his head. You're talking about in my opinion, one of top 3 all time, easily, Manny Pacquiao. And I'm not saying that because I'm Filipino.
Pero sabi ni Bob Arum Inoue, sa lahat na nakita niyang boxers, Inoue is really different. So I was scratching my head like, is Bob Arum forgot?
Do you remember Manny Pacquiao? Where were you? You were there his whole career, 8 division. You know how hard it is to be an 8 division world champion, Neil? For example, you grew up. You're at 12 years old, you weighed 90 pounds. You started boxing. You move up, you beat everybody there. All right. Safe thing to do would be to stay at that weight division and beat everybody up. No, you know what? Give me the next baddest MFer in the room. 100 pounds. All right, you win that division. And you keep going and you're basically saying, whoever the baddest MFer is in this division, in this weight class, let me get a little bit fatter and beat the crap out of him. That's what Manny Pacquiao did, essentially. Pound for pound. If he was any bigger and taller, which he is not, because God decided that on the day he made Filipinos, you're going to be the short group. We're all short, technically. Muhammad Ali, I don't know. If Pacquiao was a little bit taller, a little bit thicker, I don't know if Muhammad Ali would be the greatest of all time. I really don't.
If nag-5'11 yan si Manny, parang
Iba.
sasampa pa yan sa heavyweight eh.
His hand speed is crazy. I was watching highlights yesterday. Him and the guy, the Mexican with the plaster,
Who?
Margarito. Antonio Margarito, bro. He was like, it was like,
Kita mo yung mukha ni Margarito.
his training staff was looking at this like, no, he's okay, and he was like multiple times, this side of his face was about as black as an African American. You don't want to call that
Fractured
orbital bone, bro. He fractured, and this side was like, no, it's okay, let him go. Let him go. Margarito's like, just, he
Swerte
didn't
ni
say that
Margarito, hindi
anymore.
pa nag-plaster.
I'm amazed he had his eyesight. I'm amazed because you fractured your orbital bone. That means your eyes should have been effed.
Pride na lang yun.
Looking like sting from ano ba? From a bee. Parang
Bro, he
parang
bro,
sting ng bee dito sa mata.
that was not a bee sting can't do that. It was the Manila ice, and he took a lot of damage that day. Antonio Margarito, man. I don't think I've ever seen a man just suffer for pride more than Margarito did that day.
Tinapos rin ni Margarito kasi ayaw niya manakaut eh. Yun na lang.
Still, bro, I mean, I don't know if I want to see the interview with Margarito after the fight and want to ask him, like, was that even worth it to break your orbital bone?
Worth it kasi maraming pera na Inoue eh.
There was literally a moment in that fight where he got hit 5 times straight. Pacquiao, boom, his face. How do you not call it? How do you not throw? Pacquiao was like, his face is broken. You want me to break it even more?
Tapos si Manny parang wala lang. No?
No, Manny Pacquiao in the 12th round was telling the referee, like, look at his face. Look at his face. Bro, how can you even see? How do you endanger your vision after that? I don't know, man. His quarter was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then Cotto looks like... Cotto does not look any better in that photo, man.
Looking like a dragon fruit.
Isan mo nga yan, Kababaro. Kasi yung mga kalaban ni Inoue, hindi naging ganyan eh.
Manny Pacquiao made you suffer, man. I'm not even playing with you. Like, Floyd Mayweather, you may be undefeated,
Buti na
but
yung mga kalaban ni Pacquiao, Mexican, ayaw rin magpatalo kaya hindi nag-quit in the middle of the fight.
JMM though.
Kaya nga executioner tawag eh.
Yeah, but I remember Juan Manuel Marquez though. I gotta give him a lot of credit because he lost 3 straight. I think he lost 2 and then drawed 1.
Yeah.
Lost 2, drawed 1.
That battle na si Pacquiao na down.
Yeah.
That was the loss.
That was the 4th.
Yeah, that was the talo si Pacquiao noon, di ba?
Yeah, I mean when you're not getting up when you're not getting up, yeah, that's technically an L. Yeah. So, all right. So again, Vasily Lomachenko, amazing. We're gonna pivot from all that we just talked about. We're gonna go to everybody's favorite, but before that, let's check out the comments real quick. Max Win, don't Google Pacquiao's calves. Yeah, those are about as thick as tree trunks, I'm sure. Alvin Peña saw a Margarito style of walking down opponents and wearing them down over time doesn't work well against explosive punchers. I agree. Manny Pacquiao is just way too much. Renz Jimenez, Tank said he wants to fight Loma after he fights Frank Martin. I don't know if that's a smart one, Tank. I don't know. Maybe stick to fighting people in the U.S. Oh my goodness. All right.
Jake Paul.
Nib Salas, sa PBA, puro Calvin Abueva lang. True. Unless Calvin Abueva is doing something funny, the PBA is not worth watching. All right. Let's go to our fast break debates. All right. After this commercial break.
Every game is a battle. On the relentless pursuit of victory. Each player is determined. Each move a step closer to glory. Settle the score and bet on your favorite team on Windsor, the seamless on-the-go online sports betting app. Bet on a wide range of live, virtual games anytime, anywhere with Windsor. The app gives you quick access to your current betting options. Have your favorite games at your fingertips with no lag or delays. With Windsor, you have a chance to win big, enjoy exclusive bonuses, and elevate your gaming experience, all in one place. It's time to call the shots with your newest game day companion. Win from within with Windsor. Every game is a battle. On the relentless pursuit of victory. Each player is determined. Each move a step closer to glory. Settle the score and bet on your favorite team on Windsor, the seamless on-the-go online sports betting app. Bet on a wide range of live, virtual games anytime, anywhere with Windsor. The app gives you quick access to your current betting options. Have your favorite games at your fingertips with no lag or delays. With Windsor, you have a chance to win big, enjoy exclusive bonuses, and elevate your gaming experience, all in one place. It's time to call the shots with your newest game day companion. Win from within with Windsor. Every game is a battle. On the relentless pursuit of victory. Each player is determined. Each move a step closer to glory. Settle the score and bet on your favorite team on Windsor, the seamless on-the-go online sports betting app. Bet on a wide range of live, virtual games anytime, anywhere with Windsor. The app gives you quick access to your current betting options. Have your favorite games at your fingertips with no lag or delays. With Windsor, you have a chance to win big, enjoy exclusive bonuses, and elevate your gaming experience, all in one place. It's time to call the shots with your newest game day companion. Win from within with Windsor.
These structures. All right. Ooh.
Okay, all right. I
still
didn't see
here.
that. All right. We got Jax Bautista in the building, the founder of the Metro Cebu Basketball League. Y'all looking at the latest and the hottest in MCBL gear, Season 10 on deck.
Yeah, some Windsor logos.
It was absolutely fire day one, man. Saturday was crazy. Lots of great games. Lots of great
Exciting. This is
calls.
If you want to get
Exciting.
your MCBL jerseys, please visit asa to nga floor.
Court general and stylings for this Ayala Central block.
I was actually looking at the polo shirt which Coach Jax wore.
Ngito.
Why were you
Naganahan
concerned?
siya unsay outfit na ako. Mao pud iya outfit pud. Pangita imong
You
outfit.
have to be gay. Are you gay? That's fine to admit, huh? We live in 2024. You know, the
No,
Me
man,
Too
no,
movement
man.
is perfectly
Just
fine to
that-
be a part of. All right, let's do this. Fast break debate on tap. Jax Bautista will be our moderator. Neil Ramos is your favorite debate topic. Ready to
Alright,
roll? Let's do this.
Let's check the first debate
wala
topic.
na lang
No,
yung
may
brother,
consequence
gabi
ba to?
Hold on.
No,
Ma'am Jack, nagre-request.
Wait.
Ma'am Jack,
Let's ask.
yung dignidad ko.
Do we have
Dignidad
something
ko, Ma'am
on
Jack.
deck, Ma'am Jack? Do we have something on deck?
Dignidad ko po, Ma'am Jack.
What's the blank so far?
Sasayaw ng blank.
I don't even know that, man.
Yeah, all right. What else?
Oh my God.
What's Celos? I don't remember
Celos.
Celos.
God.
He can teach you. Brother can teach you. And by Tyler.
Make you sweat.
Oh, that one. That one.
There's
All right,
no
hold on,
way
hold
in
on.
hell.
Let's put a poll up. Which one?
not
Which
gonna-
of those three?
Yeah,
Which of those
yeah.
three?
Mama Jack will put the poll up.
Let's go.
But before that, let's read the debate first.
Your ball will always be in your court. Let's do this.
All right. In a high-stakes situation, which play carries more weight? Hitting a game-winning shot when your team is trailing by 1 point, or blocking a potential game-winning shot when your team is leading by 1 point? So we got block, leading ka 1 point. So defensive stop.
And the question is, which carries more weight?
Which play carries more weight? The winning shot or the blocking shot? The winning block. The blocking,
So it's good.
the blocking block.
Would it be fair to classify this question as subjective?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, subjective eh. So, Neil, it's okay. So, it depends, ano. Winning shot or winning block.
Do you want to take this on, or do you want to try another question? Because it's subjective. Like we can go back and forth. It would really depend.
Yeah.
Another one?
But for
Panalo ka. Ay, at least panalo ka pa rin. Alright, so let's choose another one. Alright.
in that question.
Oh.
Yeah, we could use this one to make.
alright.
No,
Yeah,
it's
these-
the winning block for me. I mean,
Winning
remember
block.
Bam Adebayo against the Celtics?
Okay.
Depends.
So here, the second one.
You know what I mean?
If you
LeBron
are a
James.
Timberwolves player,
Uy.
Timberlakers, and you are going to do a clutch play,
Hmm.
who will you choose to make the shot? Anthony Edwards,
Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Anthony Edwards, or Carl Anthony Towns? Edwards.
Edwards, it's for MJ good.
Edwards.
It's for MJ good.
Uy, lain. Player, and you are going to do a clutch play. Who will you choose to make the shot? AD, Anthony Edwards, or Carl Towns? Cat. AE.
Edwards
AE
or
or-
Towns? Edwards or Towns?
Yeah, Edwards or Towns? Sige, Neil, ikaw
Of
na.
course. And not because it's the 84 Jordan, but I'll go Anthony Edwards. Let's just cut to that bull crap.
Ay! Make me
I
water.
can't wait. All right. To be fair, here are always the rules and the rubrics of this debate. I let him pick whatever he wants. You have
Yeah.
free reign.
Mhm.
All right. This is why there's a consequence, because you have a free pick. You can have the advantage all you want. You can prepare. You can think, all right, this maybe give me advantage. All right. You're gonna pick Anthony Edwards. I'll oblige, because I think there you have an edge here somewhere. But we'll see how you debate it, right? And I'll go with Carl Anthony Towns. Sounds fair? All right. Sounds fair. And before that, I want to make it clear. There's a consequence.
Ma'am Jack.
Ma'am Jack.
I don't know. Hold on. I made it clear. You have every advantage. You got to pick who based on what you think would be the best answer. Correct? Correct. Okay. You feel confident that it's AE.
Yeah.
Okay. Given that, there's a consequence if you lose. Are you okay with that? You can beat me in this because you think AE's...
Yeah, you can
Diba?
beat him.
Oh.
Kaya. Kaya yan. You can beat him.
Coach Jax Pasakay.
Kaya. Hindi.
I'm
Sakto man
asking
eh.
you, huh? This is because I don't want it to be a situation na sabi sa'yo pa magmahay ka. Sa Tagalog, magsisisi ka. So, huli. In English, you don't want to regret. Kasi baka inisip mo, pinilit kita.
In,
Hindi,
in
ha?
Spanish.
In Spanish, porque chosa, kuro mo. Diba? So, I want to make sure you understand that you took this topic on, you chose what you feel would be advantageous to you as an option, and you're okay with that. Guided also by the idea that if you do not win,
Wala.
there's a consequence.
Court general.
All right?
All right.
All right, let's do it. Go ahead.
All right.
All right.
Anthony Edwards,
Yep.
Carl Anthony Towns. All right, let's go.
All right, so timer. So we got Anthony Edwards for Neil and Towns for Jaffeth. All right, timer on the clock. Timer, and then starts now.
All right. So I picked Anthony Edwards because Anthony Edwards Anthony Edwards has been exceptional all throughout the season. He has been exceptional against the Phoenix Suns. But if we talk about clutch plays, I mean, there's a lot. Or Anthony Edwards shoots better percentage than Karl Anthony Towns. Maybe even in the previous season, Anthony Edwards hits a lot of back-breaking shots against their opponents, especially when you look at him today, back at the Phoenix Suns, back going 2-0 against the Denver Nuggets, except the Game 3, Game 4, and Game 5, right? But, again, if you talk about clutch, Karl Anthony Towns doesn't have that clutch factor. I mean, maybe Karl Anthony Towns hit maybe once or two clutch shots, 3 at the most in the regular season. But for Anthony Edwards, it was really what? But for Anthony Edwards, it was really different. Again, I'm not arguing this one because I believe that he is the 84 Jordan. No, but Anthony Edwards offensively being clutch is more than Karl Anthony Towns.
All right, you still got 30 seconds.
Make me sweat.
Make
Sure?
me sweat.
You sure you don't want to add any more to that? You know?
At Natalie.
You want to add anything else?
Maybe I'll think about it in my rebuttal.
In your rebuts.
Yep.
All right, so that's 2 minutes, a minute and a half for Neil Ramos, and we got.
Spaghetti song po.
I think that'd be easy.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it'd be
yeah. I
easier.
think
Yeah,
easier.
yeah, that'd be easier. That'd be easier.
Easier yun. Maraming nanonood mga 90s natin eh. All
Let's
right.
do it. Let's do it.
So we
All
got
right.
Jaffeth for Cat. Timer starts now.
Okay. Couple of things that were very interesting that he talked about. Percentages, number 1. Clutch factor, number 2. If I'm Chris Finch, the head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves, do I want to give it to your 84 Jordan all the time, every time? The problem with giving it to Anthony Edwards is, in moments where he has had come through, statistically, he has not. That is an actual metric of Anthony Edwards. When you're talking about him making the clutch shot, he actually does not make the clutch shot. So I have to go on fact here. I can't assume. I can't predict what he would do in the future. Maybe you want to rely on him because of his shot-making ability. But realistically, Karl Anthony Towns has had, over the years, come through for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're also talking about the number 1 3-point shooting big man in the NBA currently. We're also talking about one of the best post scorers in the NBA currently. In the clutch as well. Again, he's done it more, he's been more, and he has had more ability when you give him the ball in the block, when you give him the ball in certain positions out of the court. He has converted for the Minnesota Timberwolves. When people always factor in the word clutch, Mungod, you want to see who can come through for you under the bright lights, under immense pressure. Currently, statistically, factually, Anthony Edwards has not. That's a problem because that is what the question's all about. Karl Anthony Towns has, though. So we can't argue fact versus assumption here because, simply put, if we're talking about the definition of the word, we have to abide by what the facts present. In this case, it's Karl Anthony Towns. I don't know if we're just trying to argue assumptions, would-be's, could-be's, maybes, but based on fact, no matter how hard I want to spin it, AE might be a good creator, but apparently, if I want the ball to go in, 1 second left, gotta be Karl Anthony Towns, apparently.
Make me sweat. Make me water. All right, so we got rebut. Sige, let's give Neil a chance
Go ahead.
The guys like chance nila. Search muna.
Do you want the guys to put it up on like for Google for you? What do you want to do? Well, let the guys put it up for you. You think I'm capping? I'm not capping.
So AE AE pa rin
AE.
You still got AE. Kaya mo
I
yan,
think
Neil.
people. You know what? I'll save it for my rebut. But go ahead. Your turn.
Kaya mo
Yeah,
yan.
your rebut. Go ahead.
Alright. So 2 minutes pa rin, 1 minute.
He's the son of Jordan, so
Son of Jordan.
Yeah,
I
sige
will
mo.
rip you into shreds.
Eh, Butang. Yeah, he's the son of Jordan. End of story.
I will destroy you unlike any
Alright.
other.
Alright, timer starts now.
All right, so let's just say Carl Anthony Towns is the #1 shooting big man
Mm.
in the league
Mm.
right now,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
But don't forget about the clutch. Don't forget about the clutch plays where Anthony Edwards really excelled.
Mm.
Okay, he really excelled at on his clutch plays in the regular season,
Which are?
even in the playoffs. That dunk against whoever the freak the team is.
Utah Jazz over John Collins.
Yep.
That's clutch.
I think that's not it.
Which
But
dunk are you talking
there's
about?
a clutch dunk where
The one on
the
over KD?
Minnesota Timberwolves got the lead, then
Uh-huh.
won the game.
Uh-huh.
There's a shot from Anthony Edwards that also got them the lead. I really don't know the team that Anthony Edwards has hit the shot with.
Might
But
have been when he
as
was in
far as I
Georgia.
know-
Was
but
it during Georgia?
No.
Was it
But
a
as far
Bulldog?
as I know,
Uh-huh.
currently in the regular season, even in the postseason, we haven't seen a lot of clutch shots from Karl Anthony Towns, which Anthony Edwards already did. If you get the point.
So you're saying, what are you trying to say exactly?
I'm trying to say that in the level of clutchness, Karl Anthony Towns might be one of the greatest shooting big men in the league, but his clutch level is way beyond or way under Anthony Edwards. I may not be going to remember the teams that Anthony Edwards with his clutch shooting or his clutch performances. But again, it's a different level when you say clutch. Anthony Edwards.
So
over Karl
how are you
Anthony.
defining the level of clutch? How are you defining that?
What do you mean?
How do you define that? What you say level of clutch? What does that mean?
Well, what I mean about the level of clutch is that when a player has high percentage of clutch shots, then his team is. For example, I have
Neil,
no
keep in mind that I will always come back with an actual fact over your assumption.
I have no time now.
Boy, your legs better be loose.
For example, this is going to be my last take. I will accept defeat once again. But this is going to be my last take. Maybe makachamba, di ba?
Maybe.
For example, Coach Jax and I are teammates. Coach
That is,
Jax-
I really warn you before you say
Jax-
anything more.
No, Coach Jax and I are teammates, right? Coach Jax is the greatest shooter of the team. Let's just say he's the greatest shooter of the team. But
Ayusin mo yan.
in some aspect, I hit more game winners than him. So that is my point on choosing Anthony Edwards over Karl Anthony Towns. It's not about how great a shooter or how great a scorer you are. It's about the clutch plays you make.
See, give me my timer now. I'll take this apart right now. Go ahead. So I really tried to warn you before you'd say anything else because I kind of knew what you were gonna say. Let me give you this example, just to shut down what you said. Kevin Durant and Derek Fisher were teammates on the Oklahoma City Thunder back in 2012. Derek Fisher has obviously made more clutch baskets than Kevin Durant. But if you're Scott Brooks in the clutch, do you give it to Kevin Durant or Derek Fisher? Tell me to my face you're going to give it to Derek Fisher. No, right? Diba? If that's your logic, Jax Bautista and Neil Ramos, we'll flop him up, right? Gas that MFR up. But that's why that logic is flawed. Diba? Because now you're saying that in terms of clutch points, I don't even know what your definition of clutch is. I gave you mine. In the big moments, in the moments where it counts, I'm talking about field goal percentage. I'm going to give it to the guy who can actually make it. Not just necessarily the guy who can shake and bake his way to the potential of making it, which is what Anthony Edwards creates. He creates prisoners of the moment, which you are. Because, look at him. He's going to get the ball. He's going to score. He's going to fade away. But he doesn't actually make him more than he takes him. That's the problem. Whereas Karl Anthony Towns, he actually makes them. I give him credit. It's not a whole lot, but he does make them. Higher percentage, which means if I'm Chris Finch, where do I want the ball? Give it to the guy who'll actually make it, not just dazzle me with moves and because he's a shot creator. But also using your logic, and that's one point already to me. Using your logic, again, Derek Fisher, and even, dude, I don't even want to go Kobe. Do you want Fisher taking a shot over Kobe? Do you want Steve Kerr taking a shot over MJ just because of that idea? Of course not. Again, prime example. Derek Fisher and Kevin Durant were once on the same team. Do you want Derek Fisher taking your clutch shot or Kevin Durant? Answer me. Thank you very much. Q Water by Tyler. Which one do I want? Which one do I want?
All
I get
right.
the pick. Do I get
All
the
right,
pick?
before Neil.
Before I dance, there's only one way.
Sex Bomb is nice. I like Sex Bomb. I'm a fan of Sex Bomb. I like it. I'm not. It's like the
Wait,
one song you
but-
can't be shy to.
But before I dance, guys, I just want to say that there's only one way to find out, and that's going to be Game 6.
Find out what?
what?
What are you trying to find out?
Who's more clutch? Who's gonna go in the big
Okay,
Game
okay.
6?
So Minnesota and all right.
I'm
Either
not mad at that.
Denver,
I'm not mad at
Anthony
that. I
Towns
got.
or Anthony Edwards. Let's see. Maybe Nas Reed, but the pick is between the two.
Yeah. I'm
And
not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I think that's fair.
There's only one way to find out.
Once Neil dance tonight, expect next week.
Yeah, God damn it. Yeah, why do we put ourselves in a bad position, man?
Ano inuuna niyo palagi?
I don't know. He starts it off, and then it's a chain reaction with the girls, and the girls are like, "Oh, now you guys dance," and then we gotta come up with
it's
something
okay, but
next week.
we'll wait for the girls. So
So which one do you want? You want water? Which one do you want?
All right,
Pick?
so-
Spaghetti is easy for me. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
for
it's-
me,
you
it's-
can't go
it's
wrong with
easier.
spaghetti.
it's okay lang yan. Nib Sales, Spaghetti Song po by Sex Bomb. Let's go.
I like Sex Bomb. Sex Bomb's easy.
You know?
I like the fact that her pants were eaten by her dog.
Ooh.
What do you have, a Rottweiler? I like
You know?
it's pretty. I think Sex Bomb on Good is like, it's so generational. Like when you do
Yeah.
it, it's just nice and fun.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe after.
No, you gotta do it now. We agreed. I
Yeah.
gave you a waiver before you participated. How much more do you want
All
from
right,
me?
Neil.
I need to practice.
All right, Neil. Come on.
It's actually pretty fun and easy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Move some stuff.
What's the name sa girl ganit? Si, you know? Rochelle. Oh, ito. So, alam niya.
He probably likes her.
Oh,
yeah.
this is Sheta Dayso. All right,
Yeah.
let's can we move this, ano?
Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Neil.
City died once again.
Ha?
Ano sabi ng ball? What?
50-50.
Nah.
Both of you would dance.
But, no. 50-50.
Oh.
No.
50-50, man.
Oh.
Kaso
Un-
Ma'am Jack, you have the last say if
Oh,
Ma'am
yeah.
Well, also the fact that he conceded. He said he took the L.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you can't concede. I don't know what you want me to do, man.
Don't
Like,
concede.
the waivers, everything. Like I made sure that you consented to this.
Let's go, Neil. Sige lang, ay ko bala ka kami next.
Kami naman next week. Sige na. Let's, we're gonna do this next week.
All
Yeah, do this.
right, let's
Ah!
give a big
Woo!
round of
I
applause
love it. Let's go.
for Neil Ramos. Airtime.
He's got the sexy shorts on. Ah,
Yeah.
you're practicing
Appear
already.
tayo. All right.
Okay.
Watch first.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. One more.
That's me. Oh, that's not me.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey! Get
Come
down,
on.
Neil. Yeah.
Sideways.
Sideways. Sideways.
there,
Work
tuyok.
it. Work it.
Toyok. Yes.
Yeah.
One more. Let's go. One more.
Yeah.
Yeah. A big round of applause for Neil Ramos. Very sporty guy. All right, that's good. That's good.
He was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he's getting it. I
Pati
love it.
yung ulo, gumaganon eh.
Yeah.
Alright, ato balik.
But if I'm being honest, Anthony Edwards not easy. Anthony Edwards easy. That wasn't even hard to debate. Like, you know what I mean? If you didn't concede, I think I would have lost. I was running out of things to. Karl Anthony Towns is trash, bro. What are you talking about here?
Next time, Nilo, come.
Yeah, because you because nahuli ka sa facts niya sa...
If you didn't say that last thing, I would not have had ammunition. I told you to stop too. So I don't know what you want me to do. I'm trying to let you win. You know what I mean? I wanted spaghetti. You know what I mean? I want to show off my moves
50-50
too.
sana eh.
Yeah.
Kayo sana ang dalawa sasayo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, we got Reynaldo Timblanco. I'm passing it to Towns because Ant-Man will be double during clutch time.
Could be a
I will
factor.
pass it to an open teammate. Yeah.
And you got to give it to somebody who shoots a higher percentage. But honestly, if you didn't mention that last part, I don't think I would have had ammunition to come back.
Daryl Villavicencio, Papadol, Budots remix.
Budots daw next week, Neil.
Speaking. All right, so that's a good one. That's a good
Speaking
day
of
for
clutch.
our debate. Then let's now go to game time.
I like
The
this one.
only player who made the .4 shot in an NBA playoff game. You stole it a while ago,
Sabi
right?
ni
I
Jaffeth
did.
kanina.
You know what's funny? I
Yeah.
actually saw this game, and when I saw it live, I did not understand what was happening. They were
Literal.
running already. They were running because I
Yeah.
think they didn't even catch it real time
No.
when he put up the shot, and he just ran to the because
The-
it was either they were gonna win or
tunnel,
lose. Yeah,
tunnel.
he ran to the tunnel, and I'm like the Spurs were like they were
Spurs,
like, what just happened?
Shaq, what just happened? Oh, I think that's off
I'm
the
the
timeout.
happiest person when this happened.
I was also like a little bit in shock because before that shot, yeah, this was
Leos.
game 4. I think it was game 4
Against Spurs.
against the Spurs, man.
All right,
Crazy.
so
Kasi in theory, di ba, pag ganyan na lang tayo.
You're not supposed to
usually,
get up a jump shot.
Parang
di ba
Alley-oop.
meron pang .1?
Point 1, that has to be an alley-oop or tap.
Alley-oop
Because it's
tap.
impossible to load and then
That's,
fire.
I think
Kaso pag
sa
replay-
Knicks. Sa Knicks yun eh, sa Knicks.
Pag replay nito, parang .2 yung bola na above na sa... Wala
He got
na-
out so fast.
Hindi, I think sa New York Knicks players yun, alley-oop. I forgot. Sino
no. Suns versus Clippers.
.1 ba?
Point 1, Suns.
I remember.
no,
no,
DeAndre
I
Ayton.
remember.
That was 1 second.
One.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second.
Ayton the
Check
alley-oop
the
from
1
the
point.
baseline.
Yeah,
Jay
this
Crowder.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see, huh?
So, kamusta ang spaghetti, Neil?
Masarap ba yung
Masarap
spaghetti?
spaghetti mo?
Dignity died again.
Dignity.
It's okay.
I swear to God, if you did not mention that last thing, I would not have had any ammunition to come back.
Yung dignidad na
Dignidad na
pababa.
naman eh. Pababarang pababa.
Yung
Dignidad na pataas, pataas. Alright, so we're looking at now the game between and
See, I think Kobe makes a shot. That goes. Yeah, big
Yeah,
shot.
big
and then
shot.
Duncan comes back.
Yung 3 points yata yan.
Forward,
Fall
forward
away,
daw,
but it
sir.
was a 2.
Forward daw, sir.
Let me see that.
Yeah, the 5 point. And the Duncan,
Yeah, he goes.
he
he's gonna
goes
fade.
baseline.
Yeah, this was
running
definitely
shot.
a 2.
Oh,
Fall
that's
away.
too tough.
That's why he's like one of the best all time, man. Tim Duncan, y'all tripping. Y'all know how mad I
Power
was at this
forward.
dude every year? Golly, man.
Let's check. It's over Shaq, 7 foot.
As if Shaq was a good perimeter defender. He was always trash from
I
there.
remember one
Bro,
time
that was
Tough though,
It's
my
tough.
God.
It's fading away.
when the Lakers lost to San Antonio.
Yeah, this
like,
one.
Hold on.
I was really crying that I really want Dallas to beat the Spurs.
I think you all become adopted fans
Fake
when that happens.
This one's like, bang.
Wow. So that's
This is not
during the
all-
live of ESPN. That was the only thing they caught actually.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's obviously been. But they were like, "What is going on?" And then Fisher, sorry, he made the shot.
Anyways,
Look at that! Look at that bewilder. That's Neil every time we debate. Look at his face.
anyway, so we got a winner here. Player ID 637378282. Alan Guzman. Derek Fisher.
The Fisherman.
Championship
Yeah,
in that year, right? Because
They
there's
did.
Gary Payton.
Was that 2000? What year was that? 2002?
2004.
2004. Yeah.
Four ba yan?
Yeah, correct. That's correct. 2004.
I
Yeah.
think,
Malone and Payton. Yeah, correct.
oh,
Because Malone
yeah.
was there. That's a good.
Hindi, yung
yeah.
play na yun, hindi pa nga off the play talaga. It's like a broken play na
Broken play.
down.
Somehow Fisher got open though.
That's why Fisher got open. This is a broken play. Oh, pinasa lang kasi paubos na yung 5 seconds. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's okay.
They never talked about it. So.
Yeah, oh yeah, David Lee was the point 1
Yeah, point 1.
sa
New York and Denver. And then he just
New
tapped
York,
it in.
yung
I
alley-oop
remember.
niya sa ring tapos
Yep,
tinap lang niya.
Season. That was
Season
it.
yan, season.
Yep. All right.
All right.
So, congratulations to our second winner, Mr. Alan Guzman.
Now don't hit that exit button just yet. If you didn't snag the win this time, keep that chin up because we got more games, more thrills, and more chances for you once we get back after this short break.
Spaghetti pababa.
Every game is a battle on the relentless pursuit of victory. Each player is determined, each move a step closer to glory. Settle the score and bet on your favorite team on Windsor, the seamless on-the-go online sports betting app. Bet on a wide range of live virtual games anytime, anywhere with Windsor. The app gives you quick access to your current betting options. Have your favorite games at your fingertips with no lag or delays. With Windsor, you have a chance to win big, enjoy exclusive bonuses, and elevate your gaming experience, all in one place. It's time to call the shots with your newest game day companion. Win from within with Windsor.
All right, welcome back. There's a reason why our whole script is in English, right? That's why it's not in the God. Welcome back, Windsor Nation.
Now it's time for our third game, and you know the drill. Comment your answer along with your Windsor ID number. Please, guys, show us the picture. Questions, I mean. So, which of the following players are not born in
This
France?
is a good one.
Again.
Don't show us the
Which
answer.
of the following players are not born in France?
Not born in France.
Number 1,
Not from Le Bleu.
Wilkins. Number 2, Tariq Abdul Wahad. Number 3, Alperen Sengun. Number 4, Boris Dio.
So I'm gonna say no way that it's Boris Diaw because he is definitely he plays for the French national
Hindi
team.
pinanganak sa France. Hindi
Tariq, he sounds like he's from Hamas. Is this for real? What is this? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who Tariq. I'm not sure Tariq Abdul Wahad is. Is he some guy you picked up in Gaza? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna stop talking about that. Tariq Abdul Wahad.
Parang player ng Saudi.
Ah.
Now we know.
Nah.
He played for the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah. I'm gonna apologize. That was way out of bounds. What I just said. All right.
Obvious naman
So
kasi
now,
yun
I
eh.
mean, it's down to 2 guys, but I'm not even really too sure. I mean, I feel like it's super obvious, but it's not. You know what I mean? It could be a trick.
Not born in France.
Who got it?
So dalawa
Isa lang.
are not born or is not born. Isa lang.
So which of the following players are not born?
Do I have it? Do I have it?
We have 2.
Do you have 2? Oh, somebody actually did.
Meron na.
I'm surprised. He was not born in France. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Kasi Russian siya.
So okay na, ma'am? Are we
I think we're
okay?
good.
Yeah, we got a
Turkish,
winner. Alright,
Turkish.
player ID 1047340845.
The baby Jokic.
Alperen Sengun.
So
The baby
Alpi is
The
from
baby
Turkey.
Jokic. He's a
He's
Turkey.
Turkish.
So
Turkish.
I'm just now
Congratulations, Dario
that I knew that
Villavicencio.
Dominic is born in France.
But the question was not born in France.
Not born in France, man.
Is
So he
Dominic
was born in
born in
France
France?
because Alpi was the one who was not born in France.
That's why I asked if dalawa.
Dominic Wilkins.
So tama. Yeah, he was. That's why I'm surprised. He was born in France apparently. And the Google search is Dominic Wilkins born in France. Apparently he's born
Apparently
in
he's
France.
born in France. Dominic.
Ah.
Sorbonne.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ah.
Cute with
Ba,
it.
ba, ba,
Cute.
ba, ba, ba.
That does
Alright.
not excuse the fact that you lost your dignity earlier. No.
All right, so for those who are watching Dominic Wilkins is born in France. So born in France. All right, so
We're gonna go with a second.
We're gonna have another one. All right, here we go. Fast break. Do we still want Neil or do you? Do you guys? How do you guys want to do this? How
let's
do you
give
guys
it to Neil and Christian.
Neil and Christian.
Yeah, we go.
What
Neil
is
and Christian.
he? Why is he bowing out?
Ayaw sumayaw
What's the
eh.
criteria why he bows
Ayaw
out?
sumayaw eh.
All right, so we got one. Okay.
So both of you, both
Yeah.
of both of them. All right.
Water.
They had water queued for you. You could have chosen spaghetti or water. Either way, busog ka.
All right, so if all NBA players possess the same body and physical profile, leveling the playing field, which NBA player will with their skill set would be the best in the league? Mura man ikatong
I don't
worst NBA player niya. Ang ulo, ang IQ, the head, the hand, the shooting of Brook,
The body of
the body
The
injury.
Yeah,
body-
one
prone.
more. Sige, one more though.
the
But
body.
keep
the
that on
body
tap. But keep
of-
that on tap.
Pati.
Katubang sa Memphis ba? Sige sa tong usa.
Dylan Brooks.
Dili si Brooks katong
Triple
usa.
J. Bane.
This
Oh yeah, the
Bane.
arms of
Bane.
Bane, the T-Rex arms.
All right, next one. What should be more valuable when evaluating all-time greatness in the NBA? Players' peak or longevity? Ooh, this tough.
I don't think it's tough. You say longevity, that's not.
Hindi.
Because Kevin Willis played for 22 years. Does that mean he's? No, it's not.
No, it's not like
We could
Pero-
probably change it. Prime, or
when you say prime, what like
like the peak
The-
version.
yeah, okay. Or the accolades.
Oh, that is good. That's really good because it can go.
Right.
I like that one. Yeah.
So
Are we
so-
going with their prime when you're talking about the greatest of all time, or the amount of hardware they've collected?
Come on.
Do you like that?
The prime yeah. The prime or accolades sa
You and Christian can have like a get together and
Yeah.
decide. Is he the spokesperson? You can
Are we-
team up, huh? You can team up.
Team up mo ha, team up mo ha.
Sasayo na lang tayo.
But it's very good. I think that's a very, very good question. Actually, it can go
Yeah,
either way.
actually we can
I
let
like
we
it.
can let the viewers ano man eh. We can let the
So,
viewers
Same waiver. I don't need to go back and forth on the waiver.
Guys, we will accept the challenge. Pero look at this. You know that the votes would count, right? So if you want to see Jaffeth dance,
He's smart.
follow kami.
He's very, very
Just
smart.
vote against. Just vote
Hey,
for us.
y'all
okay?
know I like to get down. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'll dance. I don't really
Jaffeth
give
will
a damn.
dance. So regardless
Good.
of
All right.
what Neil would argue,
So
Oh, but
it's-
you're pairing up. So,
It's
but
okay.
what would you choose? What would you choose? For me,
do you
honestly,
get
honestly, unlike earlier the debate, which I really thought was Anthony Edwards, this can
Or
I'm
the
genuinely
accolades.
telling you it can go either way. Depends on how you debate.
again, the question: what should be more valuable when evaluating all-time greatness? Evaluating all-time greatness
But we're changing the other option.
in the NBA. In the NBA, so players pick or players accolades.
That's a good. I really love that. That's really
Alright.
good.
All right.
What do you want to pick?
So,
Don't brain fog now.
So
you look like if somebody had a cramp in their brain. Like,
Yeah. Well, for me, you could go.
Again, you have Christian
Yeah,
who can help you out, huh?
You could really good.
Call a friend.
You
Call a
can
friend.
really go either way, but yeah.
you gonna go peek?
What do you think, spokesperson?
Spokesperson.
Peak.
You're gonna go player speak.
All right. So we
I'll
got
go accolades.
So we got Neil and Christian for a players pick, and Japheth will go for the players accolades.
Sabay kayo, matalo.
Again.
Sabay.
again, if you want to see Jaffeth dance,
I really love that he has a disclaimer at the begin. That is that is beautiful. That is beautiful. All right, go ahead.
All right. So we go 2 minutes on the clock for the boys.
Share mics. Go ahead. Whatever y'all feel like
All right.
doing.
Yeah.
Go.
For me, to be considered one of the greatest of all time, I think peak is the more heavier aspect compared to accolades. I mean, you can get accolades. Let's say, for example, Robert Ory, Steve Kerr. They have accolades by bringing championships into their name. But when they reach their peak as a player, can you consider them as greatest of all time? Diba hindi? And when you go to, let's say, for example, Tracy McGrady, there are a lot of players who have reached their peaks and probably can be considered one of the greatest of all times. Pero they never got the chance to have championships. Hindi sila na-consider as one of the MVPs. In fact, hindi din sila na-consider sa Defensive Player of the Year. Their players are averaging, let's say, 24, 25 points per game, but never gotten to be considered to get that accolades for awards. So there are a lot of players right now or even before that are bringing the numbers pero hindi talaga na-consider to win some accolades. Unlike there are players also now hindi naman sila nagbe-bring ng numbers or for one time in their careers that they have brought in the numbers, they won a few accolades under their name. So I think if you would consider greatest of all times, you would really consider first ano bang nagawa nila during their prime sa career nila before before you consider the accolades. So,
You have 30 seconds.
And to
Yes.
and to
I thank you.
and to add up with that, I think we really have this conversation, we really have this debate before me and Christian that which side are you going to pick? Are you going to pick a ring, or are you going to pick what is the historic career, right? So perfect example once again, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson. Would Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson, Grant Hill, Steve Nash, would you really pick a guy that has a championship like Brian Scalabrine that has one ring? Because everybody is really falling for the ring chasing, right? Brian Scalabrine has one, but is he a Hall of Famer? No, he's not. He is known for playing Ice Cube's Big Three.
So
again, guys,
MVP Derrick Rose, youngest MVP ever. Again, we have to accept that Derrick Rose won't win a ring even at the end of his career, but is he a Hall of Famer? Yes, he will. So I'm gonna say what Christian said. Peak over accolades. Peak over
again,
accolades.
guys, if you want to see Jaffeth dance,
Wait, hold on. Read
you
the
know
question.
the drill.
Before my timer starts, I'll read the question now. What should be more valuable when evaluating all-time greatness in the NBA? Players' peak, or we changed it, players' accolades? All right, give me my timer. You understand that both of you are arguing for me, right? The whole time. I'm so confused if you know what... No, because you're saying, Steve Kerr... Who was the other guy? Steve Kerr and... Robert Ory. So, if I'm valuing their players' primes, meaning that when I'm evaluating how great they were, I'm just talking about their peak prime performance, you guys kept saying that they won championships. Well, championships are not necessarily an accolade. They're a team accolade. If I'm talking accolades, I'm talking MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, etc. The whole time you're arguing, I'm confused. Are you siding with me before I even begin? What are you doing here? I'm so confused. But let me go ahead and get to my point, right? So all of that is feeding into what I need to talk about. Accolades.
You're missing my
because
point, Jaffeth.
yeah, but hold on. Let me get to it. Let me get to what I need to talk about, right? So when you're evaluating the course of history among good, let me give you a very good example. No one will ever remember Jimmy Butler, period. You can say he was a dog all you want, but this guy's never done anything considerable throughout his career that will signify him as an all-time. The question is all-time great. That's the problem that I've always had with Jimmy Butler. He takes it way too easy in the playoffs. He thinks he can turn it on. Newsflash, you can't just do that. You got to be consistent. You got to put in the work. You actually got to be if you want to be in that greatest of all time conversation, you actually got to be a great all-time or an all-time great. That's why accolades matter. For example, Nikola Jokic, 3-time MVP. He will go down, by virtue of him winning it, he goes down as one of the greatest all-time to consider. Top 5, maybe top 10 center of all time. In my book, top 5. Michael Jordan. You think we'd be talking about Michael Jordan if he didn't win MVP? No, he wouldn't. Kobe Bryant, for him to cement his legacy, had to win one MVP. For him to remove himself from Shaq's shadow back in 2009, 2010, John, you know this very well. The narrative around Kobe Bryant, selfish, can't win. What did he have to do? He had to win an NBA Finals, and he had to win Finals MVP for him to finally be rid of Shaq's shadow. Accolades matter more when you're evaluating all-time greatness. The narrative can be great, but you'll just end up like Jimmy Butler, or in this case, sad to say for me, Jamal Murray. Because no one will remember Jamal Murray if he was never an all-star. He was a dog in the playoffs, but didn't really do much.
But I think the Jimmy Butler example is quite poor.
All right, so we got a rebut.
Hey, go ahead.
We got a rebut here.
Go ahead.
All right, so we got a rebut from Christian. All right, timer starts
Again,
now.
If you want to say Jaffeth dance, you know the drill.
Disclaimer.
That was the fourth time.
But again, if you're considering greatest of all time, why would you really brought up Jordan have 6 rings over LeBron's 4? Kareem have 11.
But keep in mind,
rings.
I said you can win championships. That's fine. It's a team accolade, or that's a team accomplishment.
But you should still consider it as an individual accolade, because you're comparing Jordan and LeBron, and everyone would really argue that Jordan had 6, Kareem had 11, or
it provides context to what they've done over their career.
yeah, correct.
But go ahead, yeah.
But again, there would be no rings for let's say Kerr and Ori would be insignificant if without that ring. So I think rings also is a contribution. So probably you could consider it as a personal accolade as well because nagko-contribute ka sa team.
That
diba?
ties into what I'm defending.
Yeah, but if you would say the prime of the players would be the primary considerations first before you would consider yung personal accolade because a lot of players then again a lot of players were remembered, let's say Pistol Pete Maravich, you can still remember that guy pero wala talaga siyang significant na personal accolade. Neil, come on, speak.
I find it funny lang. So Pistol Pete's great. I like that, but I really hated that you said Robert Ory and Steve Kerr because if I'm evaluating prime Robert Ory and prime Steve Kerr, what the hell are we? They're great as one's great as a coach, one is trash technically.
Yun nga eh. A lot of people are thinking na magaling si Steve Kerr and magaling si Robert Ory because they would see first the ring. Dapat kasi if you would consider the greatest of all time, you would see first ano bang effect nila, how much points do they give every time they play throughout their career and so on and so forth. Yun nga, the point is you would really consider first yung anong nagawa nila as sa prime nila rather than considering their personal accolades because they would get personal accolades later on the part of their career.
Run, go ahead and run. Because if you're saying that if it's personally, if I'm creating a narrative about a player in their prime, I can talk so good about anyone all I want. But when you go back to history, this is the problem that I have with the likes of Jamal Murray, the likes of Jimmy Butler, the likes of Pistol Pete Maravich. Where does Pistol Pete rank in the greatest point guards of all time? He does not. Because he's never done anything significant where you can award something to him. He was never MVP. He's not the top all-time in assists, steals, whatever. He's fancy. Cool. So is Jason Williams. So are a whole list of players. Penny Hardaway was fancy. John, do I put him in the top point guards of all time? Of course not. I don't do that. What about Grant Hill? Where do I rank him? He was great too. Nowhere. He's great as a commentator now, isn't he? Diba? So that's where when you're talking about putting a narrative above accolades, there has to be proper context to go to, where one can support the other. But in this case, accolades has to take precedence because how else am I going to evaluate someone if not for how people award them and what value that award is? MVP, for example. Am I just going to simply say that this guy was MVP, but I'm not going to say he's one of the best? Diba? So that's my whole point. Because if I'm simply going to say Neil Ramos was terrific back in Ballerhood Season 2, but he was never Mythical 5. Diba? He was never Mythical 5. He was never anything. So how can I, in this position right now, agree with anything that you guys said, where a lot of it was actually feeding into what I wanted to argue about? Nah, you got to win something for people to consider you to be something. That's the whole point. That's the whole idea. You can't, again, I can fluff Christian. I can fluff you guys all I want. But alluding to your point, Pistol Pete, where does he rank? Nowhere. Because he never did it. He never did anything. He was never compelling enough to be considered anyway.
Yeah. And Jaffeth is a better dancer than us. You should vote for us.
Alright, so that's for...
And he is also the greatest of all time dancer here.
So now, do we still have some rebuts there? Wala na. Alright, so before that, shout out to...
You concede.
No. But before anything else, we go a big shout out to our jerseys right here. We got MCBL jerseys made by Court General in a partnership with Nike Park and Windsor. Of course, if you like to get your generic jerseys, for those who are asking anong number 10 daw, it's because it was the season 10. This is our season 10 official jerseys. Hopefully this weekend you will see the white jerseys already na giwear sa atong mga players this Saturday and Sunday. Alright.
We want to have the greatest of all time jerseys.
Alright, just check out Court General Facebook page.
Do they have a poll vote?
And let's check out.
I feel like Christian's marketing ploy is gonna work. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just gonna work.
Come on, guys.
Alright, but before else, let's try to do Niv Sales accolades. His choice. Many great players are putting up eye-popping numbers during their peak of career, but ended up winning any championships. Just a season or two, then they will be forgotten. That's when the famous what-if debates coming in. The basketball is a sport, team sport. If you are great and successful, the more you will be considered as one of the greats.
Pero I think the question is quite hard because parang chicken egg question siya eh. Kasi you need you need to perform in your prime in order to get that accolades para ma-consider ka as greatest of all time. Para sang chicken egg question, like it's so hard to argue.
So you can actually go either way, but not just for the benefit of this debate. If I really dig deep into it, man, good. Let's say you're in your prime. Now the question that I have there is, if I'm going to evaluate you in your prime, what have you done? Did you win anything? That's my first question. Were you ever MVP? Because that's where I feel bad for Jamal Murray, honestly. Like I can't shake it, but when I look back, I feel bad because I'm not gonna remember Jamal Murray. He was great in the playoffs, cool, but was he ever the best in the league? No, he wasn't ever the best in the league.
Marami din namang, like for example, nag-MVP multiple times, pero kine-question pa rin because there are some players during their prime who had better performances during that time. Like for example, the Kobe Nash issue. Diba?
First of all, I will argue that to the death that Steve Nash deserved it that year.
Yeah, pero
Steve Nash,
there is a
Steve
cloud
Nash.
there, diba? At some point there is cloud there na Kobe's averaging 30 points and so on and so forth. So, yun nga, para sa akin, if it's so hard to debate that, that would transition to the greatest of all time. Pero because I think for you to be considered as greatest of all time, you need to perform best at your prime. And also, you get those accolades like the championships, the MVPs.
I'll say this. Whenever we evaluate the greatest of all time, there will never be, and you will agree to this, I'm sure Jax will agree to this, there will never be a conversation that we can have where a player who has never won anything but was amazing during his prime will leapfrog over anybody who has achieved MVP status in the league and was amazing during his prime as well. And this is why I think accolades needs to be taken, or will need to be taken into stronger consideration than simply creating the narrative of how great he was during his prime. Again, I feel bad for Jamal Murray because no one's going to remember how great he was unless guys like us tell that story. Unless he wins MVP, unless he becomes an all-star, unless et cetera, he wins XXX and Y. Yeah, then maybe we can say give him a first-team All-NBA for crying out loud. This guy's amazing. Why hasn't he won one?
That's a good question. Why? Bakit kaya without, because of what he's been doing?
Media votes.
Bakit kaya siya? Is it not that marketing no marketing appeal or what?
I remember I talked to Miggy about this. We had a podcast before, and he laughed at me because I told him Jamal Murray is going to be one of the best players ever when we're talking about either the playoffs or just I thought he was going to be an all-star, but he keeps getting injured. But the problem is, he's never there during the season. He's always there during the playoffs, and he comes up massive. In this case, for Denver, they won a championship because of him last year. They were never going to win without Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is that good to Nikola Jokic. He needs his Robin to his Batman, per se. But to the point of what we were talking about earlier, there's never going to be a conversation ever in the history of this sport, basketball, and whatever, where somebody who was terrific in his prime, was amazing, but never won anything, will leapfrog over anybody who was just as good but actually won something. That's just the reality.
Barkley, diba?
Yeah, Charles Barkley, Karl
Barkley,
Malone.
Yeah.
Well, they're never gonna...
Well, I think it goes. It same goes sa school, no. When we choose like the athlete of the year, it's automatic. Yung awards niya. It doesn't matter if the prime or what. Automatic yung awards na nakuha niya for that year. That's our prerequisite good to I think it also adds to easily filter out players right away.
Yeah.
And for that, I think the standards of people for them to really think about who's quote unquote one of the greatest is the rings, the accolades, but without knowing that when players are in their prime, they're really, the franchise player, for example, AI, BMAC, and then if you talk about Robert Horry has a prime, and I can say that ang prime niya is when he was in LA.
Where?
He was in LA, or he was in Houston, where he hit big shots, right? But if you're going to talk about accolades, mangod, again, ang standards of people, mangod, for you to be great is good. Dapat nakasing-sing, Dapat na
I
kay
think this is where
Carmelo Anthony put perfect.
hold on.
example.
Yeah. Because I think this is where it gets a little bit foggy when you're talking about accolades. Like I tried to define earlier, you can win a ring, but that's because it's a team thing. When you're talking about accolades, I'm talking about MVP, DPOY, whatever, or first team All NBA. That one I think is a good enough. It's a fair enough accolade to win in a crew if you're really that good, if you're that guy for that year or for however long. All stars, maybe you'll get one or two. It doesn't really define if you were good or not. But first team All NBA, second team All NBA. The rings again, it's a team thing. Like Steve Kerr has one on the Bulls because of Michael Jordan, right? But let me ask you this: would we ever be talking about Michael Jordan if he never won MVP? Because if somebody else won MVP, that means somebody else was better than Jordan in front of a million eyes and in front of media votes who are guys who apparently have a better take, who have a very, very good understanding of the game. You wouldn't be talking about Michael Jordan. No, you'd be talking about the guy who won MVP. And that's just the truth. Again, championships, cool. You can win some, but that's a team thing. But if you're talking about, again, critical accolade, MVP, first team All-NBA, that would define as to whether or not you're actually any good at all during your time. And again, for me, it's MVP. Because if you never won one, how can I ever consider you to be one of the greatest of all time? Kobe won one, thankfully.
Iverson won.
Iverson won one MVP. 2000. Oh, no. Never won one, I don't think. 2001?
Meron
2001.
2001. He won one.
But he doesn't win. They didn't win the.
They never won. I
championship.
mean,
never won a
no one was
championship.
beating the Lakers. Right.
But let me add to this. Carmelo Anthony did not win one MVP.
But it was first team All NBA.
But you think he is
Championship?
one of the but you think he's one of the greatest small forwards of all time?
Of course, yeah. But Neil,
MVP, that's your point.
no. But my point is also he won first team All NBA. He's also one of the greatest scorers of all time too. He won first. He is. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're talking about individual awards, two matter when you're talking about the argument for all time. First, All NBA selection and MVP. Because during those years where people could have argued if you were the best or not, they argued you were. That's my point. So Carmelo Anthony, yeah, one of the greatest small forwards of all time. Easy.
Pero here's the question. Kung merong jersey retirement, which number galagay mo? Sinong number 15 ang kukunin niyo?
God damn it, that's a hard. I was such a big fan of Melo. Like y'all don't even know. I wore number 15 because of Carmelo Anthony when I started playing basketball. But honestly, it's got to be Jokic if I'm talking about what they've done. Melo hasn't done nearly enough. And Melo's prime years, like super prime, was in New York, where he was considered to be in the MVP conversation.
Oh yeah, New York. No.
New York. It was New York. It was never Denver. You know, him and AI were.
So the Windsor crew are waiting for Jaffeth to dance.
Oh yeah. Oh no! I didn't lose.
All right.
So
So sino ba yung panalo natin, guys? Again, this was a very good debate. At least we all know we have different opinions. So our viewers, meron sila mga nakita, meron sila mga na-learn, and that's what we want to do here at Windsor Grand Slam Thursdays.
So this one we're gonna just go ahead and say that it's even keeled because you guys won't back down. I'm not gonna back down either. All right. So the accolades are flying, but no time to chill because we're diving straight into the next game. Jax.
So let's switch gears.
The arguments are flying, but no time to chill because we're diving straight into the next game, Jack.
So let's switch gears from the back and forth banter to our fourth game.
Get ready because it's game time once again. Please show us the
picture.
Picture.
Or the question.
A former
The question.
NBA player but also
Easy.
a respected coach and politician.
Oh, he's a politician.
Also known as AK.
Na politician pala siya.
In Russia?
Yeah.
What?
And he
Wow.
was also the Basketball Federation president in Russia before.
He was way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Super. He would be super useful now. But he was already super useful back then.
Yeah,
Pero yung laro niya sana ngayon, it's like
So,
get
sobrang
you
bagay.
outside.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Because yung laro niya parang positionless eh. Like he can play
Athletic.
everything. I remembered he averaged 3 steals and 3 blocks in a season.
He was one of those guys. Swiss Army knife.
Ang spelling, no? Ang spelling lang.
Like this guy is a way better version of Draymond Green.
It was like the year na...
He was like Andre. He was like he is the LeBron James of Andre Iguodala's. You know what I mean? You see that trend? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Pero kinain tong buhay ni Kobe.
Kinain.
I mean, you can be wrong all you want, but no. I think we have a winner.
I think, yeah. Let's check
This is
that.
correct. All right, we do. Our winner for this one is Romel Lirio, 637-344-867. The answer is Andre Kirilenko.
Probably the guy who had the coolest name, the
Coolest nickname ever.
AK-47.
Meron nga yun
AK-47.
AR-15.
Who's AR-15?
Assault rifle 15.
Assault rifle 15.
Austin
no,
Reeves.
Austin Reeves.
Oh yeah, no, that is dope.
Assault rifle.
AR-15, AK-47.
When you get named after a gun, you're
Baka
cold.
siguro 47, kaya siguro 47 ginamit yun.
Baka. I like it. All right.
AK-47.
Now we don't really need to go to the sports book, but let's go ahead and make our calls. We're gonna go back and we're gonna make our calls from earlier. Hold on, let me just see if I can get out of this. I don't know how to get out of this. Hold on. There we go. Now I'm out of it. Now I'm really out of it. Like y'all don't even know. Y'all tripping. Hold on, Windsor. All right.
Alright, so for those who are watching, please stay tuned.
Na yung Windsor app.
Kung
There's a
meron
Windsor
kayong
app?
mga gustong gawin,
Oh, there is a Windsor app. I forgot y'all had an app. My bad, y'all. All right. Let us sports. Give me the sports. Are we in sports? We're trying to get the sports. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the basket. Oh, there you go. That's gone. All right, here we go. All right. Y'all know how it is, guys. Bet big, win big with Windsor. And we're just gonna go ahead and talk about a couple of things. Or a couple of games, really. There are no other games, right? NBA playoff series, because that's what it's coming down to. All right. Wolves, Nuggets, Pacers, Knicks, Mavs, Thunder. Mavs, Thunder. Who do we have winning? You're going to go Mavs and obviously 6 or 7.
6.
They're gonna advance in game six.
Mavs yan.
Mavs 6.
Mavs and 6, Mavs
Gonna
and
be
6.
Mavs.
Siyempre, bias kayong lahat. Dallas Mavericks in 6.
At least if matalo, hindi na tayo mabiblame kasi nag-vote din sila.
Wow, yeah. No, actually, the Mavs are favored. And the Oklahoma City Thunder are the underdog by virtue of the multiplier. But we're going to go Dallas Mavericks, safe bet. Our 100 pesos wins us 20 pesos. Congrats, everybody. What a bet. What an exciting thrilling bet, right? 20 pesos. Indiana Pacers, New York Knicks.
Knicks.
Jax, Knicks. Guys in the back. Knicks.
Easy.
Easy bet. All right, Knicks. And then the Pacers screw us because they always do, right? Save the
Palagi.
Bucks. God damn it, Pacers. All right, we're going to go to the Knicks. All right, last one up, Nuggets and Wolves. I think this one's a little bit more challenging. But who do you guys have?
I want the Wolves.
You want the Wolves. You
Because
want your AE,
I
Neil.
want Game
I
7.
want game 7.
I want
game 7.
game 7 too. But the question is, who will win the series?
Oh yeah.
Not the game.
Oh, the-
We all want game 7. I know, but who's gonna win?
Give it to Nuggets.
Nuggets. The Nuggets. You want your 84 Jordan to win, don't you? You want to just say it.
Let's you know.
Well, no, with the way Nuggets was playing,
Let's be Joker right now.
it's
Yeah, let's be realistic.
I think it's really Gobert pissing him off.
No, no, no.
Not just
Wait, I think the challenge siya yung sinabi ni Shaq sa kanya talaga.
I think so too. Like I think
It was
that
a challenge.
I think he got really pissed
He got
off. Like
that's
Shaq
alive.
is such a jealous MF,
It's alive. That's
Yeah.
live.
and he called him out saying that
Yeah.
SGA should have won. That was terrible of Shaq, man. Like Shaq, stop showing how insecure you are. Legit.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
yeah, I think realistically speaking, I think it's going to be the Denver Nuggets again. As much as I love Anthony Edwards, you know. I mean,
You do love Anthony Edwards.
I mean the experience of the Nuggets, Jamal Murray showing great brilliance in the past couple 3 games, and then you have Aaron Gordon, who's a very underrated. Usually, somebody should talk about him more.
How did
Yeah.
that? How did Gobert, man? This is why I know he's got to give back one of those deep boys. Honestly, give back 2 of those deep boys. Bigay ni AD or ni Draymond, like this guy.
Wemby.
Give it to Wemby, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert, you are a fake deep boy. I hate you. Should have been Drew Holiday. Why was that
Bias.
funny?
Oh yeah.
No. That's also the same time that he won deep boy, and Jokic was like, "You're the deep boy." All right, let's see what's up. You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous. How are you Rudy Gobert? And every year when you win deep boy, there's always gonna be a video clip of you getting owned, either by Stephen Curry that one year, and now Nikola Jokic this year.
It was like it was like Jaren Jackson when he won the MVP that he really doesn't.
No, Depoy.
deserve.
Nadipoy siya
defensive
pero
player.
wala.
Yeah, but he really doesn't deserve it.
Pero kinain siya.
Back in the USA practice, Anthony Edwards says,
I
"Ikaw yung
mean,
Depoy."
yeah, no, I got mad at Triple J because how are you 7 foot tall and you average 2 rebounds? 2 rebounds. FIBA. You can have all the rebounds you want, but you have 2 of them.
I mean,
I have more rebounds.
I mean, Josh Hart
Ridiculous.
has the most rebounds.
It's an effort thing. He's lazy. He's a bum. I don't like Triple J, man. I don't like it. Fake deep boy. Rudy Gobert, fake deep boy. Give it to Wemby. Last year should have been Drew Holiday. The other year should have been Drew Holiday. I'm just really biased. I'm messing with you. I'm really biased.
Drew Holiday fan.
Yeah, for sure. Mikal Bridges that year, Smart, Bridges, and Drew should have been Drew Holiday. Locked them up. Even stole the ball from him. What a bum. All right, so I don't know. The Wolves Nuggets series. Oh, why do I want to say Wolves?
Western Conference Finals, magiging Dallas Timberlakers yan.
Dallas Timberlakers.
What kind of hell combination did you come up with here?
Dallas Timberlakers, let's go.
Do I want the Wolves?
well,
Nuggets?
It's
Nugs. God damn. How funny would it be, if the Wolves? How precious would it be if the Wolves win? How? God
what
damn
time
it.
tomorrow? 8 o'clock, diba?
8:30?
8:30 tomorrow.
If the Wolves win,
It's gonna be hard for the Wolves.
No. No. Kanino yung home court tomorrow?
Wolves
Pero yung nagbet tayo sa series winner.
series winner. So I feel like if the Wolves come back from this down 3-2, the Jordan conversations will not end. I swear. I'm probably gonna be in the hospital the whole time, man. And then we're shooting it from here like you can't pass on the zoom effect.
Video.
Yeah. You really think I'm just gonna be doing that the whole time? I don't know. I mean, it's
What's your
6-1.
take? What's your take?
6-1. I want to say Wolves, but I'm also gonna be very annoyed at the whole Jordan. It's really not Edwards. It's his sperm again. We did this 2 years in a row, really.
From anak ni Jordan, maging anak ng gods must be crazy.
I know, it's ridiculous. I mean, again, we talked about it the last time. Imagine Michael Jordan's position, guys, and you keep every year he has a new son. What is that? What is that? Every year, and his wife is like, "Who did you bang this time?" What ridiculous notion is that? Come
Pero
on, man.
it just shows that MJ is the GOAT. 'Cause
Jax, I will fight you tooth and nail.
it just shows that MJ is the GOAT.
How is he the GOAT? Go ahead, Jax. Elaborate to me.
Every year, every era, siya yung kino-compare palagi.
Yeah, Jax, but every year that they put up this stupid Jordan argument, it's always somebody who just either looks like him or plays like him. the guys that outside of Kobe, I don't know who's even done anything.
Tapos next year, gumanda laro ni Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves the next
There is no. Now he's white.
Now he's white.
The mom's a blonde. What are we doing? She's from Connecticut. God damn it, man. It's ridiculous.
All right. So,
Hottest take of the night. Let's go.
so we get Denver Nuggets.
Okay, so we're going Knicks. We're going with everyone's leading. I guess Knicks, Dallas, and the Nuggets. I really want the Mavericks to win because Luka and Jokic. That's a great narrative. And then, of course, the Mavericks will lose, and then we're gonna see Nuggets and Celtics. You know what I mean?
Luka, the next Jordan.
Don't test me. Don't test me.
So, yeah.
Let me ask the guys in the back. Dallas, Denver. Realistically, bias aside. If I gave you your salaries to bet on for a month, you're a betting company. Go ahead.
Klaro kayo. They guys are thinking of the Nuggets ni Postman.
Dallas kami pero Denver.
Dallas kayo pero
I think Lucas. I really. This is very interesting. If the NBA has an angle to exploit, it's to paint Luka as the next GOAT argument.
Yeah.
Or it's to plaster Luka in the GOAT argument.
Ayaw nila European eh.
Well, that's challenging nga eh. Pero I think Luka and Irving right now, they're
good.
They're good this
Tapos
year.
napag-usapan na natin earlier, yung mga awardees is from Europe, tapos yung possible number 1 pick is from Europe also. So
Europe taking over, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
now the
Kita
thing
mo
for
nga
the
yung picture,
NBA,
yung since 2020, di ba, puro USA yung flags.
kahit si Embiid, hindi naman yun.
Oo.
He's Cameroonian.
And then 2020 hanggang ngayon, puros Europe.
Kaya the narrative ngayon sa NBA, who is the next Michael Jordan? Kasi they need someone na Amerikano na parang magiging face ng NBA.
No, I agree with that. I think, but it's a very pathetic notion because how desperate are you, like to use the man's DNA every year? Come on.
Oh, yan,
What are you
nag-huddle na sila.
Do you guys want the
Guys
mic
at the
too?
back, nag-huddle na sila kung sino yung mananalo daw.
What? Your whole month's salary. Tell me to my face. Who wins? Denver, Dallas.
Denver!
We're loyalists. We're loyalists until our money's involved. Oh my God. I know for a fact though, Lakers are a different breed. Laker fans are a different breed. You will say Lakers,
Yeah, you
even if
always.
it hurts. It's gonna be a risk either way.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
again, Luka Magic versus
like their
two-time
heart
MVP.
is saying Dallas, but their wallet is
Pero,
saying
yeah.
I wanna win though. Kailangan ako manalo.
yung mga Windsor betters.
Ang mahal.
Their
Like
heart.
Dallas, pero yung
Yung cash, yung money nasa Denver.
yung pang cash out ko sa Denver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bahala na
Panalo pa rin. Yeah.
Bahala
That's why they're betting on the opposite.
Bahala na masakit sa puso basta hindi masakit sa bulsa.
Yee!
When did you get so witty? Where was I when you weren't? You know.
Yun nga eh, ako Laker fan ako pero
But I believe like the funny
my
thing.
money is rooting for Denver pero yung puso ko maka-Lakers.
Bro, like legit, Laker fans, y'all a different breed, legit. Because I've seen some guys, I've talked to some guys, they're like, you know, before the playoffs started, a bunch of guys hit me up for no reason. Like, who do you think will win? Who do you think will win? Like, and I'm like, I don't want to say anything because your money is technically on my word, right? But then I see them argue with different guys in like group chats. They're like, Lakers come in, and they are with a
Die-hard.
fury. Lakers. What is going on?
Lakers in 4, Lakers in 5.
Yeah,
Lakers
they're
in
the first
6.
ones, bro. Legit, I'll tell you the story. One guy. I'm not gonna name drop him.
Name drop. Name
No,
drop.
because you don't know him. You don't know him, and it doesn't matter. No joke. Here's what happens. He bet on the Lakers, right? And then the Lakers lost game 1. He said Lakers in 5. Lakers lost game 2. Lakers in 6. Lakers lost game 3. No joke. He posts on his face. I'll show you later. He posts on his Facebook status. Lakers in 7. So bagay na lang da. I was like, no emojis, just beer. I'm like, I think he's serious. I think he's really gonna fight someone. Like, goddamn, Laker fans, chill. Golly, it's just and me and my brothers are like saying, it's just a game, man. Relax. What are we doing here? All right, let's go to the comments. Neil, go ahead, man. I've been talking for like 10 minutes, man. Somebody else talk.
All right. For Alvin Pinaso, Windsor ID number 10722297169. Dallas is so good and at their best when they are getting lob dunk after lob dunk. When they find a way to get a ton of lobs, they're usually winning comfortably. Also, watching this postseason, I don't know what made the NBA finally tighten up these foul calls, but it's much more enjoyable to watch.
So this is why
when-
grammar check your posts.
when guys can go up for a layup, get legitimately contested by a jumping defender, making a serious effort to block it, get somebody contact, and there's no foul call. It's just such a better viewing product to watch like that. If you want to finish inside, you need to earn it, period.
I feel like Alvin had such fervor and conviction when he wrote that, but Neil made it depressing. Niv Salas, accolades. Many great players are putting up eye-popping numbers during the peak of their career, but ended up not winning any championship. Just a season or two, then they will be forgotten. That's when the famous what-if debates come in. Basketball is a team sport. If you are great and successful, the more you will be considered as one of the greats. Interesting.
Oh, sige,
Neil,
Neil.
Max.
Basahin mo yan, Neil.
Max win. ID number 693786298. PBA needs overhaul. Start from the commissioner. Height limit is BS.
Teka lang ba? Bakit? Wala ka bang ano? Kailangan mo ng glasses?
Oh, you're right there, though. All right. Ronaldo, go ahead. You read the last one.
Right, Ronaldo Timblaco.
Energy.
Ronaldo Timblaco.
There you go. Like you're calling a game.
Ronaldo
Energy, don't Ronaldo, why your voice broke? Go ahead.
Ronaldo
Like I'm
Timblaco.
hearing it now. Go
I'm
ahead.
passing it to Towns because Ant-Man will be double during clutch time. I will pass it to open teammates.
I thought this was a very good thing. It's very true, too. So, all right. Oh, there's one more. Go ahead, Neil.
J-Ren Kabigting. Accolades are more important in evaluating all-time greatness because they encompass a broader range of attributes, including consistency, impact on team success, legacy, and all-around contribution. That is why LeBron, MJ, and Kobe were almost on the NBA GOAT debate.
Always on the GOAT debate.
Always on the NBA GOAT debate, where
What
LeBron is
grade
the GOAT.
level do you read?
Hindi ko mabasa ron.
Mabasa ni mo di.
Yung Noki, gana eh.
What did he read? Anyway, doesn't matter. All right. So, who are we voting for? Who are we voting for? Max Win kasi mali.
Max Win kasi maliit lang eh. PBA needs overhaul. Start from the commissioner.
You know, I agree so much with that. Max Win. Let's go, baby. But honestly, though, Who do we have?
Sweet.
Max Win. All right. Chan is for Max Win.
Let's go, Max Win.
Is Max Win new?
Accolades. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Max Win is new?
Passing. New.
Max Win is new.
Yeah,
I might be inclined to vote Max Win.
Bago eh. Kabig
Jaden
ting.
Kabig Ting. I like Kabig Ting. I'm not gonna lie. Jaren.
Jaren.
And by the way, this is him saying agreeing with me earlier in the debate.
That's
which
why
you
you
guys
like-
lost, but
that's
for
why you
some
like.
reason we didn't let you dance. Kabig Ting. I got Kabig Ting.
Max
thing.
Win.
Max Win.
So you two Max
Win. Max Win.
All right, they're gonna go with Max Win because it's easier to read, I guess. Guys in the back, you guys are tiebreakers, and it's an odd number too.
Yeah. Last si Ma'am Jack. Dili, pilit na yun. Max Win.
Mike.
Oh,
Alright, Max Jack.
500 pesos.
500
It's on our
pesos.
marketing director's
It's on our
head.
marketing director.
Max
Kabig
Win.
Ting or Max Win? Kabig Ting or
Ma'am
Max
Jack.
Win?
Basta
Max
Kabig
Win,
Ting
Max
and
Win.
No one will hate you except these two.
Kabig Ting
apparently.
and Hey!
Okay.
Max Win. Max
Give me
Win.
Max Win's ID number.
Alright,
Win's
let's go
ID
to
number.
Max Win.
Max Win. PBA needs an sign from the commissioner. Alright, look at this BS.
Max Win.
Hold on.
kasi.
I want to put out a word real quick to everybody who did put in the effort to make really good comments. There are great comments.
Yep.
You guys are amazing for always tuning into the show and providing your input. We're not mad at that. It's just that Max Win needs a win.
Max Win.
693-786-298. PBA needs an overhaul. I agree. Start from the commissioner. Impeach him. Height limit is BS. True. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree 1,000%.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that. Now,
Kaya pala.
to all those guys who lost, hit me up. I'll tell you the reason why you
Kaya
lost.
pala.
You know what I mean? All right. And that concludes today's Grand Slam Thursday, and I hope you had as much fun as we did. Keep those eyes peeled for some major announcements, fresh games, and you know we're bringing even bigger prizes next time, guys. One more thing. Tune in to MCBL
Crazy
Season
day one,
10.
brothers.
Day 1 was absolutely amazing. Shane
Shane
Menina,
Menina.
Miguel Gastador, Sherilyn versus JPT was an absolutely amazing game. Game 2 was just
Sano.
as, or day 2 was just
Game
as
winner by
good.
Zionel.
Game winner by Zion Lozano, and again,
And the brick job by
who shot the
Solonia.
brick? Solonia.
gumawa ng bahay.
Gumawa ng
Yeah.
bahay.
I wonder where he lives. It must be a brick house, no?
Don't forget about the Artera builders with Froilan Mangkubat.
Froilan Mangkubat for Arteta. Art Builders
launches-
started off their campaign strong.
Who
Correct.
launches six threes in the game, and then first slam from Ayan Ortega
Ortega.
from ARQ Builders.
Right.
And
Jerome.
of course, the sleeper of the league, I believe, Sikatuna. It's the sleepers of the.
But didn't they lose to?
They
lost
lost to
big.
ARQ, but you don't want to mess with them, man.
What are we doing here? Basketball or UFC? What? You make it sound like they're fighters.
You know what I mean? Sikatuna and actually Sikatuna and the Welek trucking with the former.
Sikat to the mirrors of the world.
Well, the
Yeah.
former.
So why are they scary?
The former USC.
Kevin Oliodu, yeah.
Kevin.
But why is Sikat to
Ano yan?
scary?
Black Horse.
Dark Horse.
I went Dark Horse. Dark Horse.
That's so racist.
You have the from,
Black Horse.
and also you have
Dude.
the Concentrix elite scorer Kent Andrew Lim, who is playing for Welek Trucking
Who?
Services. Kent Andrew Lim.
yeah.
He's
Oo ba?
also playing for Concentrix this
So,
coming finals. Ikaw na bahala na, coach.
Yeah, so MCBL this Saturday and Sunday. Saturday at the Roadstar Basak Pardo, 6 p.m. is our tip-off. And please be there. Admission is free. Just go up to the stairs. Akat saka mog warm up mog saka mog 2 floors and a half.
I swear, that's my warm up most times. I'm like just lunging to the top, man. All right.
Alright, on Sunday we got another set of games starting at 5:30 p.m. At City Sports Club Cebu. But before that, we'll have the Game 1 championships of the BPO rivals. We got the Concentrix versus the New Fold Digital at 4 p.m. and it's Cebuano Spitfire. Ano Spitfire?
Spitfire.
Spitfire daw eh.
Diba we have the Cebuano hotshot Don. We have the Cebuano sniper Patrick Cabaho. I call him the Cebuano Spitfire because Pilio Bongo is a small person. But
Mangluwa.
no. Pilio Bongo is a small person, but even the tiniest fire that he can produce, mapaso ang opponent. That's
Po,
why.
paso po.
Alright, you awarded him that nickname. Keep in mind, these are the two guys who earned the nickname. Don Rivera, who played in the PBA, and Patrick Cabaho, who also played in the PBA.
And a legendary international player.
The next level is like, how far is Peleo Bongo
Kaya nga Spitfire, di ba? Kasi
Whatever MCV, I'll never forget. I'll like boom, bop, you know what I mean?
but shout out to Bungo. No? When he gets
Sorry, he's hot. He gets really hot.
and
Alright.
the resurgence of Friends Day Sub.
Oh yeah, Francis Sam. Oof.
Very nostalgic.
Meron siya mga moves from last Saturday, no? Moves niya.
It was
high
really
school
good.
ako, like, people would, kita mo Dyson, may score og 50.
Yeah, it was really good back. There was a reason why he was recruited to
Yeah, I was talking to Sam, sabi niya, Coach Jobs, bakit kailangan pa kami na i-consider as ex-pro na? Sabi ko, okay lang yan. Condition ka pa naman eh. Sabi ko,
I'm pretty sure
"Hindi
he'll
na,
say
wala na,
no.
I'm old
But
already.
he always gets in the head of Miguel Gastador.
Oh,
Time.
yeah.
No, we talked about it in the broadcast. Miguel Gastador, there's like the veteran understanding here, or the veteran presence of Francis Desam was he kept baiting him into fouls. Honestly, it was like, how is he not seeing this? Like, you know what Desam's doing, man? Like, he goes like, no. All right. Anyway, so Bucket Vault PH.
Yeah, if you want to watch anything related to memes on sa basketball world and anything fun regarding bars, and you have a meme earlier.
Oh yeah.
I saw.
Yeah.
I was shocked because Grind Time Sports finally posted a meme.
Well, we do post memes at Grand Time Sports. Again, also same sentiment. Tune in and make sure, or just follow the page. Lots of great content from the whole squad here. We'll let you plug in your page when you get the 1,000 likes. We'll let you plug in. But you all didn't see the joke? That was so hilarious. I swear to God.
Sorry. Wag, para may
Para may
challenge.
motivation.
Para may motivation.
Give
1,000.
1,000 likes. Let him plug.
1,000 likes, 1,000 likes.
likes. But from me and from follow Hoop Sub as well, I'm gonna plug that in there for you guys. All right. Neil
Coach
Ramos.
General for the jerseys.
Yep. Let's do this, baby. From the whole squad. The general course. From the whole squad here at Windsor, a massive thank you for hanging out with us. You are the real MVPs, and we can't wait to see you back here next Thursday for another round of Epic Games hot takes and all the Windsor magic. Until then, stay hyped, stay bold, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Next week, another Dignidad loss.
Max win.
Every game is a battle. On the relentless pursuit of victory. Each player is determined. Each move a step closer to glory. Settle the score and bet on your favorite team on Windsor, the seamless on-the-go online sports betting app. Bet on a wide range of live, virtual games anytime, anywhere with Windsor. The app gives you quick access to your current betting options. Have your